All right, everybody, we are live. Let's see, I got to add Caleb here. So this is, but I'm adding Caleb in here. Oh, there he is. Perfect.
What's up,
There
man?
he is. All right, what's up, Caleb? CP.
How's it?
We are
How's it
live.
going? Yes,
Pretty
sir.
good. Pretty good. We are now live through Restream. This is streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. So part of that, I'm just going to let everybody kind of know, CP, what's been going on the last couple of days. So Windy City Bropen has partnered with, for frequency's sake, it's a Quad City-based group, and we're very excited to be partnering with these guys. I got to know a little bit more about DJ and Doug over the last few days, and just great guys all around. DJ's very active in the Quad City scene as far as doing charity events, which actually CP and I and a couple buddies, we're going to be doing the golf event this summer here in August. Very excited for that. CP, probably good for you because we won't have to use many. We won't have to rely on your shots. I'm just kidding. Hopefully by then we'll have the game lined up. But yeah, great group of guys, man. Very, very happy to be partnered with them. Thank you guys for this opportunity and letting us live stream through Restream. Super awesome. But we'll get right into it, CP. The draft, I got the draft on live over here, so we'll keep that going as we get to the Bears pick. But let's get into it, man. Dillon Thieneman, what do we think?
Man, I love the pick. I do. I didn't think he'd be there. I think a lot of mocks had him going 18 to the Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of them did, actually. Consensus number 2 safety for the most part behind Ohio State standout, Caleb Downs, Josh Downs' brother. Little bit more athletic and rangy than Caleb Downs, so it was kind of like a pick your poison situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it. I mean, he's got the athleticism. Athleticism's off the charts. I mean, 9.72 relative athletic score, 4.35 40, 41-inch vertical. I mean, this is a guy. I remember we had the combine up at work, and obviously, every combine when you see a white guy, step into the box to run his 40,
Yeah.
you're kind of like, all right, let's see what he can do.
Right.
And he started zooming a 4.35, and he's what we call in the Twitter community an exciting white.
So, yeah, you can find him over in the wine section.
Yeah, I think more importantly though, it shows up on the film, man. He's got range, and obviously that's something that we need, to replace Kevin Byard when he took off to New England. So I'm excited. I mean, like I said, a lot of people love him. I mean, you go on Twitter, there's nobody saying any bad things.
I haven't read one bad thing about the pick. Well, I did read one bad thing, and it was from a buddy of mine from high school. He saw that Dillon was white, and he called him Chris Conte Jr. And I had to laugh. I get it though. The Bears regimes of the past have failed us severely.
Yeah,
but I can assure you, the Chris Conte comp is not a good one. This guy's super hyper athletic. And that's kind of what you and I have talked about is the Bears needed to add speed on defense. They desperately needed speed, and now you get this super fast safety. It sounds like he's a scheme fit for Dennis Allen, and like you said too, the mocks had him going higher. I mean, even when we did our little mocks last week or the week before, he wasn't available when I was picking at 25. I ended up going with Caden McDonald, and he ended up being a second-round pick. But I can tell you, if Dillon Thieneman would have been there, that would have probably been the guy I was picking because in my mind, the Bears are looking safety and D-line. Like those are the two biggest needs, and they caught a blessing. Well, hopefully we caught a blessing. That's to be determined, but everybody's saying this is a great Bears pick, and they lucked out for him to fall that far. So I'm happy with it. It's a good start to the draft.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think Poles has done a great job of allowing them to go best player available.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you reach for a defensive tackle or defensive edge just because it's a need when you also need safety. This team needs blue chippers, and in order to build sustainable success, the best player available approach is going to help you in the long run. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, if you need to remodel a house, you can go cheap and remodel the whole thing, Or, you can take the money you have, remodel the bathroom here, save up a little bit more, remodel the kitchen. I kind of think it's the same thing with your football team. You want to do it right. So when it's all said and done, you're not basically gutting your defense every couple of years because, you tried to go with the cheap, quick fix, and then all of a sudden you're, basically adding more resources or employing more resources into something that you already tried to upgrade. So I like what Poles has done. I love the prospect. Again, he's going to be a A1 since day one type of starter, and it allows us to have a lot of defensive flexibility. I mean, sure, would I have loved the Bears to get a premier pass rusher? There wasn't any of those guys on the board.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you kind of look at some of the players that went after. I mean, you had Kendrick Falk. I would have threw up in my mouth if we drafted him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're saying that last time in the group chat. You're like, if we take him,
yeah,
yeah,
maybe Woods from Clemson, but I mean, every team minus the Texans needed a pass rusher that picked after the Bears. I didn't really see a lot of guys, flying off the board. Some people liked, Emmanuel McNeil Warren more, and as I sit here and I talk to you, he's still on the board right now. So, I mean, and give me a guy who's doing it at a high level. I mean, obviously Thieneman came in and started as a true freshman and got 6 interceptions in the Big Ten.
Yeah, Big Ten. Even when he's obviously, he went from Purdue to Oregon, which stayed Big Ten. I know we're still not. I still think of Oregon as Pac-12, but for the old heads, Pac-10. But yeah, they're a Big Ten school now. So he just basically went to a much better Big Ten program. And Purdue, I guess they've been so-so, but obviously a player like that, you're going to want to go to a team that's going to have a chance to play for a national championship, which, he got to go to play at Oregon. And when you can get a high-level player from a high-level program, I think they usually just tend to be at least solid starters in the league at minimum. So I feel like we got a player with really good acumen. It's in his family. I don't know that any of the brothers made it to the league, but he had 2 brothers play Division I football. So like there's genes in that family. But a 4.35 40, man, that is super fast for a safety, I feel like.
Yeah, and it shows up. It's not one of those things. He's not just an underwear athlete. Yeah,
it's on the film. I got to see a couple clips now. After post draft, I got to watch some clips today, man. And yeah, it's there. Like the Bears might have really just stole one at 25, for sure. Yeah, so we got 2 picks actually coming up here close. We're getting close. We're within 10 picks of the Bears' first pick of the second round. What are you thinking right now? What is there any trade up opportunities, or is it just too close to our pick at this point?
I mean, obviously, I'm sure Poles and them do a great job. They're probably exploring trading up, maybe even trading down, just depending on how their board, shakes out. There's some players. I'm looking at the board. There's some players that I kind of like. I still see, your guy Gabe Akis from Illinois on the board. Defensive end. I would be excited if we were able to land him. I think they have him. ESPN has him as their 11th best player available, and I like him, man. He's got the size. He's got the tools. He's got I think he was like a 9 RAS guy. Let's see what I got here in the notes. 4.65 40 at 260 pounds, 6'3", with a 1.59 10-yard split, which is pretty good. That means he fires off the ball. I think when you think pass rush, quick, twitchy, first step guys, it's kind of hard to develop that in the NFL. Again, that's one of those things, kind of like the ball skills, you either have or you don't. So
right.
That's a player I would keep my eyes on. What about you? Is there anybody that you're kind of eyeballing that you would like to see?
I'm looking at, and it just depends on if they might be I don't know if they're reaches. Like when I looked at the board earlier, like probably 10 minutes before we hopped on, I was just kind of seeing the best available. And in my mock draft, I had Tiernan from Northwestern. I think Sam Heck from Kansas State, the center.
Yeah.
Those are probably guys I'm considering if they're there for the Bears, depending on how they grade out. I know I like Tiernan just because we don't really know what the left tackle situation is. Yeah, they're bringing back Braxton Jones for 1 year, and we don't know what Trapio is going to like. We don't really know what his recovery is from that injury. Like that's a tough one to recover from. So I think if you like Tiernan, you take him there. Let him and Braxton Jones battle it out. Give him some time to learn behind Braxton if it's going to be like a little bit of a learning curve for him. But I mean, he played really good football at Northwestern. I mean, Northwestern's not exactly the biggest football school, but to play in the Big Ten and play on the O line and be a solid starter for, I want to say he's 2 or 3 years he's started for them. I mean, that's the kind of guy I'm looking at. I'm looking at trench players. So yeah, if it's not one of those two O linemen, give me the best edge or D tackle available. It's the trenches for me.
So speaking of O linemen, are you familiar with Jennings Dunker from Iowa? You've probably seen him on Twitter. That is my fellow redhead with the flow.
Oh yeah. I've seen him.
Yeah, I kind of like him, and I was looking at some things on him, and I mean he's a big body. Obviously played offensive tackle at Iowa, which is like offensive lineman university. Mm-hmm. So anytime you can get your hands on one of those guys. Looks like he'd be a great zone scheme fit, really athletic. 8.54 was his relative athletic score. And he ran, 4.63 shuttle drill. And I think that's kind of important for offensive linemen to kind of, get out in space.
Yeah, get out in space and get to that second level.
And I think he's got some guard flexibility too. I think you want to draft linemen who can kind of, obviously, you get offensive tackles in college, but they have a lot of success kicking inside in the NFL. I don't think Thienemann's getting any younger, so I would like to see them kind of have backup plans just in case an injury happens or, he retires right after the season ends out of nowhere like our center did.
Yeah, like our center did. Yeah, thanks, Norman.
Yeah, but, I mean, there's some good prospects out there too. I mean, obviously – I'm a Texas guy. It looks like Anthony Hill Jr. is on the board.
Yeah, I saw he's still out there.
Yeah, super athletic linebacker. I remember watching him as a true freshman. Like, I had to Google him because I'm like, who is this number 0? This guy's flying all over the place. And then I look it up, and he's a true freshman. I'm just like, that guy's gonna play on Sundays, no doubt. I think again, it kind of fits with the getting younger and faster type of thing that Ryan Poles was alluding to this offseason. So I'd be excited if we grabbed him.
Yeah. I think the good news for the Bears, at least in the draft, as far as where we're about to be picking here shortly, is that this team, although we had a really good season last year, there's still a lot of holes and a lot of ways for this team to get better. So I like that, especially considering like we both have the philosophy of they should take best player available. I think that just gives you more with them having so many holes on defense. It kind of just gives you more opportunities to not feel like you're pigeonholed into taking someone just because it's a positional need. And if like Poles has shown, he makes trades every draft. So like I won't be surprised if his guy's not there at 57, if they just trade back. I mean it's very possible. We'll see. We're gonna find out here very soon. We got the Panthers on the clock right now at 49. The pick is like actually in.
The Vikings traded up.
Oh, they did
trade out. The Vikings
traded out. Okay, yeah, because Avion Terrell just went to the Falcons.
I saw that.
He's AJ Terrell's brother, right?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Has there ever been a brother cornerback tandem?
Ooh, not that I could think of.
Yeah, I don't recall. I know in a couple group chats today I was talking about I had asked the question and I should have known this about Darren McFadden and Felix Jones because it's not that long ago. But I asked the question, has there ever been 2 running backs from the same team taken in the first round? And DJ actually is the one who was like, yeah, McFadden and Felix Jones. And then you said Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams. Talk about a throwback, dude. You must have been in diapers back then.
Nah, man. And you know who the Bears, who was sandwiched in between?
Yeah, we took Cedric Benson back then. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah. So funny enough, I think that's what made it the whole quirky Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price are the first 2 running backs drafted from the same college because Cedric Benson was wedged in between.
Yeah. So they're actually the first two to go in consecutive order. There have been two running backs from the same school taken in the first round, but this is the first time it was consecutive running backs. That's impressive, and that does tell you. I don't know. Does that speak to how good Price is, or how bad, or how weak the class is, or is there a little bit of both? Is Price a dog?
I think Price is a good player. I think it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. I think it's two things,
Yeah.
I think Price is a good player. Class is weak.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, the Bears, when we took Roschon Johnson, I was hoping for a little bit more. I mean, I didn't think it was like the comparison to like Love and Price, but I thought maybe he was kind of, oh yeah, you're behind Bijan, so yeah, you're obviously not going to get as much run. But clearly, Rojo was really just a special teams player of that in the NFL, unfortunately.
Yeah, looks like the Panthers took Lee Hunter, defensive tackle from Texas Tech. That's a player I would have been happy if the Bears landed as well. So you got another good player off the board. The Bears could have used.
Yeah, there's going to be guys. I feel like there's some guys still lingering. I feel like, and at this point, man, this isn't Ryan Pace's Bears anymore. This isn't Eberflus. Like we've got those suckers out of here. Like we've got real actual football people in the building. I really trust what Poles and Ben Johnson are going to do. You look at those two guys. Two guys came from winning culture organizations. I know the Lions aren't exactly who everyone thinks of a winning culture organization, but really the last 4 or 5 years, they've turned it around. Dan Campbell has turned that thing around, and a lot of that had to do a decent amount of it had to do with Ben Johnson. So you get guys coming from winning cultures that know what it takes to win, know how to win. I think we got to just kind of trust their decisions, even if on the outside it's like, oh, here we go again. Might look like another one of those, just like Colin Thieneman and Chris Conte. I get it. It's ingrained in us because we're just so used to being disappointed in the draft. And the last couple of years, we've been hitting, man. Poles has been hitting, and I like Ben Johnson's hands being on this thing too now. Last year's draft was one of the best classes we've had in I couldn't tell you how long. I mean, we got hitters. We got some really good players last year.
Yeah. I think Ryan Poles' first-round resume speaks for itself.
Yeah, he nails them.
I think he's done a great job, starting with Darnell Wright. Mm-hmm. Then you go Caleb. Rome's been the most disappointing of the group, and obviously dealt with injuries last year after a hot start to the season. There's still a lot left in Rome's tank. I'd like to see a breakout year from him now that he's the guy.
Yeah, he's just got to catch the ball, man. He can get open. He dropped the ball quite a bit last year. And I know he's dealing with injuries. And there's some stuff about his dad and the media and all that. And he just needs to come in, refocus, and ready to roll. And honestly, man, with Luther Burden there, Luther Burden and Colson Loveland are going to help Rome get looks. I mean, it's going to be kind of whoever the offense wants to target week in and week out. Like, they're going to just make the defense try to pick and choose who they need to stop. And then Ben Johnson's just going to exploit them the other way, which is nice. It's nice to have so many weapons. You got 3 really talented guys that can catch the ball. I like the pairing of Swift and Monangai. I think they complement each other's games really well. I'll be interested to see if they do take a running back in this draft at all. If maybe the right one slides, it could be an opportunity to get a guy as like maybe a third string with upside that could replace Swift next year. Maybe I doubt we keep Swift after this year.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. I think running back's one of those positions where you can find them. Dime a dozen. Yeah. They're out there.
There's actually, since we were talking about Love, you got to separate the football decision, business decision from like the player. Like Love might have been really the third best player in the class, talent wise, But for a team like Arizona to take him, I don't know, man. They got so many other needs, and you took a running back. And is he going to be the highest paid player from this class?
Yeah,
I was reading a bunch of different stuff. Like basically the way the contracts will end up working out, he'll end up being like the highest paid player in the class.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll be the highest paid player, but he'll basically be the highest paid running back in the NFL. And I think,
oh yeah, maybe that's what I saw. And
yeah,
dude, that's wild because like you just said, running back is such a, I don't want to say, you said dime a dozen. It is, but like when you get home run hitters are hard to find, like Gibbs and Bijan, guys like that. Those are the guys that go on the front end, and Love might be that guy too. But man, when your organization has so many holes, like who's blocking for this guy? I mean, it could be. I mean, he's better than Ginty, but it could be a Ginty situation all over again. Maybe Arizona's better fit offensively since they've got so many guys they can throw the ball to. Brissett's not a bad fantasy quarterback. I don't think he's a great NFL quarterback, but he's shown he can move the ball a little bit. So maybe it's not all that bad, but I just feel like that's a head scratcher taking a running back at 3. But maybe he's a home run hitter and he gets them excited in Arizona. I don't know.
yeah. Y'all comment on that real quick. I want to just point out the Jets just drafted D'Angelo Ponce from Indiana. They need him, man.
Yeah.
For a team that didn't get any interceptions last year,
yeah,
to get a ball hawk like D'Angelo Ponce, I think that's a good pick.
Wow, the Jets did something right for once.
Yeah, they haven't had they actually got a couple Indiana guys. I'm pretty sure they got Omar Cooper Jr., the wide receiver as well.
They took him in the first round. Yes,
Signetti to the Jets next year. Signetti to the Jets.
Okay, so they got Sadiq, David Bailey, Cooper. Yeah, I mean that's a solid draft so far. I think. I think I can't be mad about that.
But to your point on Jeremiah Love, I think it's the Ferrari in the trailer park meme that you see.
Yeah,
it just doesn't make sense for them. You go best player available for sure. I get that. Might have been the best player in the draft. I mean, position aside, dude is this dynamic, freaking
super talented,
high character guy as well. So that's somebody who can handle probably the situation that he's going to. It's just not smart team building.
Right. Yeah. You got to separate, the art from the artist, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Love is probably going to be a superstar. No doubt about that. It's just weird seeing a team that just has so many holes to fill, kind of building in reverse. You're kind of like, you had a little, metaphor for building a home, like how you build a team. Like, to me, drafting a running back when you have so many needs is like, instead of laying the foundation, you're trying to build the roof. And I don't know. It's maybe it works out for him. Maybe he puts fans in the seats. They sell out. He does a lot of jersey sales. Maybe that works out for him. Maybe they surprise people. But so many holes, and to burn your third overall pick on a running back. And in today's NFL, I mean, maybe in the 80s and 90s, that was the way to go. But I don't know. What we got for the Vikings here? Let's see.
I know a lot of Vikings fans were upset that
they were mad about Banks. My buddy Dillon, he's a huge Vikings fan. He said Vikings Twitter was basically calling Banks, what do they call him, a fat injured tackle. I was looking at Banks for the upside, but probably not in the first round. I don't think but it's probably where he's going to go based on the talent, or late first, early second. But I was surprised they took him over Thieneman. Like, that surprised me.
Yeah, the talent's real, but the injury concerns are even more real. The last thing
does he have foot problems?
Yeah, is a 300-pounder with foot problems. Yeah,
no, thank you. That is too much weight on the foot, man. I mean, I hope it works out for him, man. I don't want to see any of these young kids fail. I want to see them make it happen and have their dreams come true. But that's a huge risk when you could have took Thieneman right there. So I don't know. Bears have kind of got the luck is turning around for us. It's too bad that the league sucks and didn't reward us our comp picks.
Yeah.
But that's just how it goes, I guess.
Looks like the Vikings got a linebacker. I don't know if it's the last name, Jake Galde from Cincinnati. So now they have 2 Cincinnati linebackers with Ivan Pace there. He's been there for a couple years. Going back to that
Packers got their pick in already.
What are you thinking here? Where do you think the Packers go? Position-wise.
Man. I could see them maybe going and I think they're probably looking at the trenches, or maybe I don't know if there's any wide receivers worth taking yet. Still at this point, looks like Mel's saying they need cornerback, edge, D tackle, and O line. So yeah, I guess probably somebody in the trenches would be my guess.
What about Jermod McCoy, man?
He's slid. When I looked last night, he was like best player available in the late first rounds. And like, what happened there? Did he have like some character concerns or injury concerns, or like what?
His knee is cooked. Is what they're saying.
Yeah. That's tough. And maybe that's a situation where he slides to the third or fourth round and somebody takes him and he gets healthy. I mean, Eddie Jackson had a crazy good run to start his career with the Bears. And he was one of those guys that was a first-round talent, and injuries dropped him all the way to the fourth round, and the Bears got a steal there. So maybe it's one of those cases, but, man, yeah, that's tough. He's been high up there since last night when I was watching.
Yeah, there's some really good players on the board. I mean, and honestly, with the Bears having, 2 second-round picks, maybe that's a player that they feel comfortable taking a swing on.
Yeah. So there's some – oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, still got the tight end from Vanderbilt on there, too. I know.
Yeah, Stowers.
NCAA days.
Hey, he's a baller, man. I was talking to a buddy of mine at work, and he's a big Chiefs fan. And he was like, man, I kind of hope the Chiefs grab him in the second round if he's there. He thinks, Kelsey's got one more year left. Maybe – hey, DJ, he was commenting a little bit earlier. I can't tell who's watching. There's one person watching right now. DJ commented earlier, he's a big Chiefs fan. I wonder what he would think about Stowers, because you're looking at Kelsey's probably done after this year, right? You'd have to imagine Kelsey retires. He's got to go start having babies with Taylor Swift. Career's pretty much over. He's in the twilight. Maybe Stowers makes sense for them. But one thing I wanted to talk to you about before we get to the Bears picks is the outside of the draft big NFL news. The memes have been great. It's been absolutely hilarious on Twitter. I want to talk about Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel. And I'm going to just go right to my point I wanted to tell you. I think it's bullshit that Mike Vrabel still has a job. And here's why. So you look at Ime Udoka and Sharon Moore, both got fired for conduct detrimental to the team. They were sleeping with staffers. Mike Vrabel was sleeping with a goddamn insider. Why does he still have a job? Oh, I think I know. There's one difference between him and those coaches. And I don't mean to be like that, but
okay. I see.
I'm just saying. And you can't tell me. Look, all of them should be fired. All of them. What they did was wrong. But what Vrabel did is sinisterly worse. I don't even know if that's a word. It's sinister what he did. It's so bad. Rossini's getting literally inside information, and you don't know what he was getting from her. That's such a Patriots organizational thing. It's not just Belichick. It's not just Brady. It starts at Kraft. It's all the way down, dude. He should be fired. Who knows what secrets were shared? And this woman is diabolical. Naming your kid Michael? What the fuck? Sorry for my language, but what the fuck? I mean, it's like it just keeps getting worse, dude. And Vrabel should not have a job. He should be fired for not only just conduct detrimental to the team, but detrimental to the league, because we do not know what Rossini was sharing with him and all their little 6-7 year relationship. I think it's absolutely messed up.
Well, I think it helps that Kraft is the owner of the Patriots. If there's one owner in the NFL who's going to be sympathetic to Mike Vrabel's situation, it'll probably
it's going to
be Robert.
It's going to be the guy going to the rub and tugs.
Yeah. I think it makes things easier from the Bears fans' perspective. Should we have got Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel? Not that that's probably a huge discussion.
Thank God we didn't get Vrabel. I never liked that before any of this stuff came out.
George,
love it.
Yeah, George would have fired him easily.
Oh, yeah, it would have been such an embarrassment for the franchise. He's gone.
Yeah,
but when you look at the Patriots, they got more stains than that freaking than the talent at Kraft's Rub and Tug, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Deflategate, the cheating in the locker rooms. I mean, it's just so bad. He should be fired. I'm just saying, if you're going to fire Ime Udoka and Sharon Moore, you got to fire Mike Vrabel. There's just no. They're all the first two guys were so guilty by public opinion, and now everything that's come out about Vrabel, they're clearly guilty. They got photo evidence and everything. It's just a bad look. I mean, he shouldn't have a job.
So while I don't necessarily disagree with your point, I think it's kind of apples to oranges. I think Ime was sleeping with like somebody upper management's family member or something. You know, I think that was a little bit more internal. And then Sharon Moore, I'm pretty sure, like, tried to attack the girl afterwards.
Yeah,
maybe that was after he lost his job. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I think those were more
they shall
a little.
Be fired.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, obviously, if Mike Vrabel was 3-14 last year, I'm sure it's not even a discussion. His
ass would have been gone before any of these things even came out. And that's the other thing. Like, people knew this was going on. This wasn't. These pictures are old. They've known. I would almost speculate. Maybe the conspiracy theorist in me thinks this, but I think the NFL knew this, and this draft class is kind of weak. They wanted to spark a little controversy, get the NFL talked about right before leading up to the draft. It just kind of looks at like how the information is coming out. But Rossini like talks to everyone in the NFL, so it really is hard for me to believe that she wasn't sharing like insider information at all. Like that's, it's just disgusting. She should never have another reporting job. She should not have another job with that much access to teams. Absolutely not.
It's not the first allegation against her
as
well.
No, she's been passed around the league. The more it's all coming out because of this. Like, what was it? Saquon Barkley, like potentially, like there's some other guys in there. Like Vrabel is not the first; he's just the favorite.
Yeah, I saw one was the Washington Commanders general manager, I believe. Somebody in the front office. The wife came out on Twitter.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm pretty sure she got this information from my husband, who she's sleeping with. Something along those lines.
I can't remember exactly who it was, but I do remember reading that, and it was somebody in the Commanders organization. But yeah, I mean, it's just diabolical, man. It just to me it's a black eye for the NFL, but at the same time, I mean, the NFL doesn't give a shit, man. They really I really don't think they do. At the end of the day, they let guys get away with almost literal murder. And they slap a 4-week suspension on him, and then it's like, he can come back. But God forbid, Ricky Williams smoked a little pot in the early 2000s, and his career's over.
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon, perfect example. I mean, Josh Gordon would have been one of the better receivers of our lifetime.
Yeah.
And I mean, he had some other addiction issues besides weed, but Well, and according to who was saying, I can't remember what former teammate of Vrabel said this, but he said basically like Vrabel always had alcohol on him. Like they would take shots before practice, stuff like that. He'd have guys on the team hit the bottle before they went out for practice. Like it sounds like Vrabel is the life of the party, the big drinker guy. So I don't know. It's just, to me, it's another corrupt thing in the league that didn't get handled properly. But we'll see how it goes. We got Brian Westbrook. There is an OG Madden NFL legend.
Yeah,
I used to love playing with the Eagles. Just to use him and McNabb.
Oh, look at this pick. You'll see it. I also want to point out C.J. Allen went to the Indianapolis Colts, linebacker from Georgia. That is also a player off
guy
the board.
On our radar.
But yeah, you'll see this pick, and it was a guy we were just talking about not too long ago.
Oh, there you go.
The rich get richer.
Makes a ton of sense. Man, him and Mekhi Lemon, that's a pretty solid offensive draft for them so far. You got to fit. Did they bring back Goddard's still on the Eagles, right? He's still there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Goddard's.
Yeah, so you'll give Stowers a little bit of time to learn under him. I mean, presumably AJ Brown is gone, right? He's probably, the rumor is he's going to the Patriots once they can do that.
Yeah, that's a pretty rock solid lead from Rossini there.
Oh, I'm sure it was rock solid. Sorry. Diabolical.
Oh, my goodness.
I do like that pick, though, for the Eagles. Eagles are having a solid draft so far.
They always do, man. They draft guys.
Howie Roseman, man. He's who we aspire for Ryan Poles to be, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roseman's definitely got the Eagles where they need to be.
They do a good job. I think the biggest thing that they do a good job of is also the compensation picks that they get. You know, knowing the formula, they get a lot of these, you know, mid-round picks, you know, from the compensation pick, I guess, program, and then allows them to kind of move up and move down. It makes moving up to get Mekhi Lemon last night. You know, those picks are more expensive.
Yeah, you get more value. You can add value to the trade, and that's what puts the trade over and gets these teams to accept them. Well, you know, the Bears might have had that freaking opportunity if the league wasn't so jank over the Cunningham comp picks, man. That chaps my ass, because what did the Bears get screwed out? Was it 2 third-round comp picks?
Yeah, one this year, one next year.
Yeah. I mean, that's value that you could have added onto one of these second rounders, or maybe even if you traded both of them to get into the first round. I don't know the exact values, but it just took away ammunition from the Bears that they could have probably used to trade up, and maybe they liked an edge or a D tackle up there that they just didn't want to give up all these pieces to trade for necessarily. They didn't want to empty the cupboard quite yet. So it just really sucks that they didn't get those comp picks, even though it's been said. I mean, there's nothing that's been said that makes any sense about the whole thing. Like, clearly Cunningham is going over there to be the GM, and they keep, I don't know, like, the NFL dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, it was just a loophole.
They hate the Bears, man. The NFL hates the Bears. I hate to sound like that fan, but I mean, you can look at the penalties. Look at the penalties last year. How many flags? How many flags did the Bears? Bears had to lead the league in flags last year.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I don't want to blame the refs or anything like that. Like, but some of the calls were egregious. You know, some were pretty bad. It didn't matter. The Bears still won games. They still went to the playoffs. Still did their thing. But sometimes you'd be watching the game, you just be like, what? How's that a flag?
It feels like as a Bears fan that we never get the luck, factor.
Those calls, yeah.
I think
a couple times Caleb got freaking leveled, and it would have been a penalty for any other quarterback, but not for Caleb sashaying around there or whatever that dumbass Packers writer said. Little homophobe. Man.
Gotta love the hit. Yeah, the hit job.
Yeah, I'm so glad that hit piece blew up in his face. And it was a couple weeks ago, but I was watching. There's a cut. It's like a 10-minute cut of like all these like Packers guys that live broadcast the game and like comment on it, and just watching all their reactions to the Bears comeback. It makes me feel all warm inside. Like the look of defeat in their face when DJ Moore catches that touchdown in the regular season, and then in the playoffs when they beat them, I can never get over it, man. It's such a great feeling, because I've had to watch the Randall Cobb touchdown I don't know how many times in my life. Too many times. Too many.
Yeah, to credit Michael Scott, how the turns of table.
Yeah, exactly. The fortunes have turned a little bit. Hopefully they can keep it up, though, man. I'm really hoping this isn't just lightning in a bottle. It doesn't feel that way. I mean, certainly on the defense last year, to get all those turnovers with not really the sexiest lineup on paper, that is lightning in a bottle, I think. I don't think they're going to replicate that necessarily. But hopefully, like, the floor is higher. That's got to be the goal for the defense this offseason. Let's raise the floor.
Yeah, I agree. And Dennis Allen's obviously bringing his guys in, drafting, Thieneman. I think that goes a long
Yeah.
way. And people talk about the Packers defense last year, and obviously they had a tremendous pass rush, but they had a great tandem of safeties and McKinney and Williams. And
Yeah,
it
McKinney
allows
is
you
a dog.
It allows you to disguise what you're going to do. It makes the quarterback process things post snap, going from, it looks like a single high safety to boom, then they both drop back, or vice versa. When you get the speed rangy safeties that you can play in the box and then drop them back out in coverage, again, it's about making the quarterback think when the ball is live, when bullets are flying. Can you make him think and make decisions? And that's going to help your pass rush. It's going to give them a second or two to get to the quarterback, because God knows we need it. Oh, man.
Damn it. I was hoping the Illini guy would slide to us. He would have made a lot of sense for us.
They're double dipping at edge rusher. They just picked one in the first round.
Yeah. Yeah. That would have been nice to get him. I got to watch him a decent amount last year following Illinois football.
Illinois producing some players, man.
Yeah, I mean, Bielema has got it. He's got it going on, man. It's really a good time to be an Illini fan. It's football and basketball. Like, I don't know that football is going to get to the level of basketball per se, because I feel like basketball just has Illinois with NIL. Illinois and basketball has really turned it up quite a bit. Football's just harder, man. People want to go to the SEC or like the top Big Ten schools. I know Illinois is working their way up there, but like when people think of Big Ten, they're thinking Michigan, Ohio State, and now like Oregon. They're wanting to go to those schools.
I think you're missing one school, buddy. Indiana.
Yeah. You gotta be old enough to want to go there. So
what Indiana did,
be old enough.
What Indiana did is unprecedented. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, but it's you got to give Signetti credit, man. He took veterans. He took maybe not the highest rated prospects, but he took guys that knew how to play football. And when you get there, I don't know if you can call college players veterans, but when you get college veterans in there, I mean, what was the average age of the roster? Like 23 years old?
23, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty high. So that means if your average age is 23, that means you got several guys that are 24 and 25. So that's good for them. I mean, happy for Indiana. I don't know. Like I still like, I'll have to get used to that, I guess. I'm not in my head. I don't think of Indiana as that program, but they've shown it the last 2 years that they are on that trajectory.
Their coaching staff does a great job.
Alpha Sluzny. Haven't seen that guy in years.
Let's see who they got. They
got tight end Nate Bokersher.
I'm gonna guess Borkesher.
Yeah, I think that's right. I can't quite hear the TV. Okay, so it looks like we are about to be on the clock here. We are on the clock. Man, I don't think we're trading out of this one. So,
who do you want here, man? Who do you want?
Give me Tiernan. Give me my guy Tiernan or Hecht, however you say his name. Give me one of those two guys. We need if you think Hecht is a guy that you can plug in for the next 5 to 10 years, draft him. These centers do not grow on trees, and we saw, even though Dahlman, like towards the end of the year, his numbers like under the hood weren't really great. But you just seen what like an average to above average center can do for the offense. I mean, I wouldn't say Dahlman was as good as what he was paid for, but the value of plugging in a average to above average center there's a lot of value in that, I think. And you saw it last year with the O-line. The O-line was much improved last year. Granted, we added several pieces to it, but we haven't really had a good center. Who would you say our last good center was? Whitehair, maybe?
Yeah,
Whitehair, probably, yeah.
First couple of years, Whitehair. Yeah, he's pretty good.
So like it's been a freaking revolving door. So like if you think Sam Heck is the guy and the pick is in, so if you think he's the guy, I think you got to take him right here. We'll see if my insider information is good or not. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. Ugh.
They'll start calling me Jim Rossini.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, maybe they take Pregnon from Oregon. He's the number one guy. Or they could take Logan Jones too. That's the guy you were talking about earlier?
No, I went Jennings Dunker.
Oh yeah, you said Dunker.
Yeah.
You said Dunker. That's right.
Yeah, that's
it'll be interesting, man. I'm excited. It feels so much better now when the Bears are making picks because I just feel like I can trust what they're gonna do. I don't have to see the vision. I mean, just like we were talking with our buddy that's a Rams fan last night, he was a little upset about Ty Simpson, and to me, you got to trust the organization right there, man. McVay knows what he's doing, and I would imagine Stafford's going to start the whole year, of course, and you give Simpson a chance to learn under a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I don't know. I like when you can give a guy lower expectations coming in and let him learn and not have to throw him right to the fire. I think when you throw a guy like that's not a Caleb Williams level player into the fire immediately, they're just set up to fail. I mean, we've seen it millions of times as Bears fans. Trubisky, Fields, those guys get thrown right in the fire and they suck. They never had a chance to learn, and then they just never have a chance to learn. And then they're backup quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
I like it for them.
And I think he'll probably get, a lot of the offseason reps as well. I know last year, obviously, Stafford, you didn't know up until the season if he was going to be able to play preseason. A guy like that doesn't need preseason snaps. No. So he's going to get a lot of practice reps, which will help him going forward.
And you get somebody like McVay. That's just the thing about the NFL, man. Like, obviously, you got to have talented players to win. Of course, no one would ever disagree with that. But coaching matters in the NFL probably more than any other sport. And when you get good coaches like McVay, man, they just don't grow on trees. And you kind of just got to give them the benefit of the doubt with decisions like this because, I mean, you got to let them go until they prove you wrong, right? Or until they prove you right, I guess is what I meant.
Yeah, no, I get you.
I think it has a chance to be a pretty good pick for them. It was a surprise, though. I did not have them doing that on my radar. I figured the Cardinals might trade back into the first round and take him at the end of the first. So that was a shock. Okay. All right, CP, what do we got? Who's going to be a Chicago Bear?
Yeah, and real quick to your point with coaching, I think obviously with Thieneman, Al Harris gets his hands on him, dude. You gotta love that.
Yeah, yes. That as an Illini fan, the big phrase has been the retention. I think that was huge for the Bears to retain Al Harris. Mm-hmm. What he did for guys like Nahshon Wright, I mean, yeah, you pay that guy as much as you can to keep him until he goes to be DC or a head coach somewhere.
I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I know Bears fans are going to blow up if we don't get an edge rusher or a defensive tackle here, dude.
Dude, yeah. They so desperately want us to take a D lineman. Like I said, man, it's got to be someone in the trenches unless there's some player that we don't know that they have on their board that they're really high on. This is the Devin Hester pick. This is where he's the only Hall of Fame football player ever selected 57 in the common draft era.
The Heinz 57 pick?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Sick. I can't believe Emmanuel McNeil-Warren is still there. I wonder if that upsets fans. Maybe we could have got him with this pick and not did safety in the first round.
I don't know. Thieneman might be a guy, though. He really might be like that 5 to 10 year starter, Pro Bowler, maybe All Pro at some point. That speed, you can't teach that speed. And it looks good on film. Oh, we got Jimbo giving the pick.
Yeah. Covert?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
I must be a little behind you.
Yeah, ESPN, it pops up on here.
Okay.
I think we both kind of got the best of both worlds with this.
Okay. We got an Iowa center. Well, you were saying earlier I mean, they churn out linemen. I'm not mad about that.
You got your center. I got my Iowa lineman, man. I think we kind of met in the middle
there. I'm happy with that. If this is a guy you think's going to be your guy for 5 to 10 years, we need a center, man. Bradbury ain't it. He's a backup to a bridge at best.
Let's see. I'd love to act like I had a write up on him, but I'm in the dark.
Yeah, I am as well. But we do know Iowa A's first team All Big Ten, 24 and 25.
Okay.
50 starts at Iowa. Yeah. We got us a guy, I think, another solid pick here. Yeah, man, good start to the draft, I'd say. I know people are. Yeah, you're right. Bears Twitter's probably on fire right now because they haven't taken a defensive lineman. But like I said at the top, the Bears. The good news is they have a lot of holes to fill. This team, even though they had a really good season last year, they are far from perfect. We got a lot of ways we can get better. So, man, now that means like we're probably going D-line with the next pick, right?
Man, I don't know. I'm just curious if this was a guy that they had high on their board, or if this was just a need fill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure we'll find out after the draft when some news and stuff comes out. I always love listening to like what's going on during these picks. Get the clips of it. They were showing some other Bears clips. When they took Rome, when Rome slid to him, you could tell like Poles so badly wanted to pull the trigger to trade up.
Yeah. The football drive that they do. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, there goes McNeil Warren to the Browns. So did the Browns already draft 2 receivers in the first 58 picks?
I know they got KC, and then who else did they get? Yeah, they did. Denzel Boston.
Yeah, that's interesting. But I get again, this is the same franchise that took 2 quarterbacks in last year's draft. So what do you expect? The Browns be Browning.
Looks like the Bears traded back.
Oh, they traded back?
Yeah.
Huh. Wonder do you got any update on that? Who they traded with?
I think it was, what pick were they? Were they 60? I think it looks like the Titans.
Interesting.
I'm sure we'll get information here. Let's see if we can see what picks they got then. Looks like they do pick the 5th pick in the 3rd round, pick 69. Then again at pick 25 in the 3rd round, 89.
Okay, so they dropped back to what, the front end of the 3rd round?
Correct.
But you don't know. I guess they'll tell us here in a minute what exactly they got for that trade back. Which that makes sense, right? If you don't like the D lineman there and you don't really like the players there, and somebody wants to trade up, I mean, we'll take the assets. I will trust the brain trust to make the best decisions.
No, I agree. Yeah, you're not moving too far back. I mean, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're moving back 9 spots. So I mean,
that's not really a far move back. Maybe you think your guy's going to be there.
We'll see what the comp is. Maybe they get a 4th or a 5th or something.
Yeah, hopefully for like next year's draft.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No need to take any more bites at the apple at this draft than necessary. I don't think.
There's still some good players out there, man. McCoy just keeps falling, man. I mean, at what point do you take a look at
another tight end? That's Marlon Klein.
Oh, Michigan tight end, man. You know, those guys are studs.
We know from personal experience. Colston Loveland. Just get ready to know that name, folks. I mean, we're talking about this guy. I don't know if he's going to be in the Bowers McBride territory, but man, he might be. He might be. He's athletic.
Oh, dude, I think he is. I mean, McBride didn't break out his first couple years. I mean,
that's true. That's true. I mean,
Bowers is in a league of his own, though. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Bowers is just unreal. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, McBride, man, if he has Jacoby Brissett thrown into him the next 10 years, that boy will be a Hall of Famer. Okay, so the Bears got 69 and 144 officially. So 144, that's probably a fifth-round pick.
Yeah.
Late fourth, early fifth.
Let's see. It is the fourth pick in the fifth round.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, that's fine. I ideally would have liked a fourth next year, but, you know, maybe they got some guys on there, but we don't know what's on their board. You know, there might be somebody that they think's a hidden gem down there potentially.
Yeah, I think that's where you start taking a look at maybe some of these running backs, you know, that fifth round territory. Like you said, Swift's going to be there forever. Roschon is who he is. I mean, I think he spent a lot of the time inactive last year.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if they cut him this year. I don't see where he fits into this team going forward.
Yeah, there's not bad running backs out there. I mean, you still got both the running backs from Penn State.
Yeah, dude,
Singleton.
Allen and Singleton, one of those guys wouldn't look bad in a Bears uni.
Yeah. I think Mike Washington obviously is going to be the next one off the board from Arkansas.
Yeah, from Arkansas. Yeah. Man, so that kind of, you know, I was excited to get another pick off the board there, you know, to talk about, but we'll just have to wait another 9 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this class is, everybody talks about next year's class, and our buddy Rob made a good point. He's like, Simpson would maybe not even be a top 10 quarterback in next year's class. That might have been an exaggeration, but I don't think he'd be a top 5 in next year's class.
Yeah, I mean, that's a team. They really shouldn't have had the pick to begin with, I guess, to say. Let's see. Who else would they have went with? Let's just look at it. Let's just do a fun little.
Mekhi Lemon.
So Ty Simpson went 13. Got a lineman. Maybe Reuben Bain.
Yeah.
I'm sure that probably would have been a nice addition to the defense.
Yeah, Reuben Bain was the guy I would have traded up for. Not too high though. Like when he slipped out of the top 10, that's when I was like, man, maybe Poles might pull the trigger. But as we've seen in the past, man, patience sometimes gets rewarded. And like I was saying about the Rome Odunze pick that year, he wanted to trade up for Rome, and he didn't, and we ended up getting him.
I don't know.
We don't trade up for Bain, and guess what? Thieneman falls into our lap at 25.
Yeah, I'm not gonna act like I know Poles' process through and through, but I'm sure anybody who, whether it was an accident or not, probably killed somebody in a car. It's probably not on their board, man.
Yeah.
I hate to joke about the situation, but that's just knowing what I've seen from Ryan Poles' character is huge, and I'm not saying.
Are you referring to Jalen Carter?
Yeah, right.
People grill like Poles over that all the time, and it's like, bro, we got Wright out of the whole deal. Like I would much rather have Wright than freaking Jalen Carter, and a guy with character concerns at that time coming into Eberflus's locker room would have been a disaster. Would have been a terrible play. It would have been a terrible experience. So that just kind of shows you, like you said, Poles wants character guys, and I don't want reckless drivers that could risk their career.
This one hurts, man. I got Anthony
Damn, your guy. He could have been a Bear.
Oh,
he could have been a Bear.
We don't need a linebacker. It'd be nice.
No.
We don't need.
What the linebacking core this year? We picked Devin Bush up in the offseason. We've got TJ Edwards coming back. Did we bring Sanborn back?
Yeah, Sanborn, the Sandman, is back, baby.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. That I could see us taking a linebacker later in the draft. And I don't really know exactly how the linebacker works in DA's scheme. But yeah, I don't know. Linebacker is another one of those positions to me, unless it's a guy that's rushing the passer, like an outside linebacker, edge. Linebackers are kind of almost dime-ish a dozen, kind of like similar to running backs. You know, you're going to have your stars, of course, but like, I don't know. Unless you're like that guy, I don't really want to spend a high draft pick on a linebacker.
Yeah, I agree. I would have liked Jacob Rodriguez in a Bears jersey, though. That would have been pretty sick. I was a big fan of his.
What pick did he end up going?
I think 45 to
45.
I'm kind of looking at edge rush, man.
The Texans' D line is going to be a freaking problem, dude. Anderson and Hunter with McDonald stuffing up the middle. And their defense is already like that. But guess what? You know, that defense can't hide Stroud that much. And you can do whatever you want with that defense, but you will not hide CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at some of these D tackles and edge rushers just to see. I mean, maybe
another tight end. This is the round of the tight end, man.
Oh, the Rams got a tight end? Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, like they don't have enough already.
That's hilarious, Rob.
Yeah.
Tight end room, buddy. So Sadiq was probably on their board last night, hilariously.
Oh yeah, if Simpson. Yeah, they might have taken him if somebody would have traded up and got Froggy and took Simpson.
That's the second year in a row the Rams have drafted a tight end in the second round.
What was the dude they drafted last year?
Ferguson?
Ferguson, yeah. Terrence Ferguson. Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking at some of these defensive ends. Maybe Danny Dennis Sutton. It looks like
I still think we might take Caleb Tiernan if he's there. He might be there.
Double dip on the line. You think so? Okay.
I mean, if it's best player available and you don't have a trade back offer you like, I mean,
dude, if it's best player available, give me Jermont McCoy. Do that. Why not? When healthy, it might
be. I mean, maybe he's gonna slide to the third round, like deep in the third round when we pick at 89. So wait. Oh, this is how NFL out of it I've been. I forgot Sean McDermott got fired and Joe Brady got promoted to head coach.
Joe Brady.
Yeah, that's your guy. You wanted us to get Joe Brady back before we got Eberflus, I'm pretty sure.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, you're talking 5 years ago. That was your guy. You're like, we need to go get Joe Brady. And then the Bears were like, cheap, Eberflus.
Yeah. He had Sam Darnold slinging the rock there for the first 4 games of the Matt Rule era.
Oh, my God.
Our Panthers fans enjoyed the days.
Ugh. Yeah.
Could always be worse than Eberflus. We could have had Matt Rule.
Yeah, God. Eberflus, man, yeah. Thank God I don't have to hear it. You just, at the end, like, you could just hear it. Like, nobody was bought into anything he was saying. Even like before him, they did Club Dub with Nagy, right? That was our little post game win thing, Club Dub.
Yeah.
They didn't really do anything with Eberflus, but he just always had these weak ass acronyms like hit principles, like I don't know. That stuff probably works in high school and college, but like these are professional grown men athletes. Like they're not. I don't think that works unless you came from winning culture. And like when they got Eberflus, he literally the last game of the year, the Colts lost to a bad Jaguars team to miss the playoffs. Their defense gave up points to a bad team, and it's like then we hire that guy. just shows you the level of incompetence we've had over some of the head coaching decisions.
Yeah, thank you, Bill Polian.
Oh my God, yeah! Please, never again.
Gotta love it. That was his guy. That was his man's. That was your
Yeah, well, and then freaking Rod Marinelli gives him a nod. Like, I don't know, some people are maybe too young to remember this, but Rod Marinelli was the head coach of the 0-16 Lions. He was a fine defensive coordinator for us, but as a head coach, he went 0-16. I don't think I'm trusting anything he has to say about hiring people on the staff, at least at that level.
How would you feel if they got Zachariah Branch with their pick? How would you feel about
Well, he was in my mock. I think he's a perfect Ben Johnson guy, man. He could gadget him up. We could do a lot of things with them wheels. Yeah. I would not be mad about that pick because he can definitely that guy can fly. We're talking like state track champion. He started out at USC, right, with Caleb throwing him the ball, and then he went to Georgia?
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, that could make a lot of sense because I don't think we're exactly completing the receiver room. So what do we got returning? We got, obviously, Rome, Luther. We signed Khalif Raymond. Ja'Day Walker, you got to assume, will be back. I think he's earned, one of the 6 spots. What else we got out there? I mean, that's kind of it, really, ain't it?
Yeah.
We didn't bring Zacchaeus back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And obviously, we talked in our last podcast that was on mute the whole time. The special teams guy,
Hopefully I don't think that's the case this time, thankfully.
Yeah, the special teams value that he brings with the new special teams rule, you're seeing more kickoffs than ever.
Oh, in one of my group chats, somebody said, "What are the odds that Dunker falls?" Or is it Dunker for the guy we've been talking about? That's his last name is Dunker. They're saying, they're like, "What if he falls to us here at the Bears' next pick? Do we double dip and take another?"
Hey, man,
he's a guard?
He's a tackle, but
he has the ability to switch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I mean, that could make sense. I think, though, like, this next pick's going to be a trench player. I will give the outside chance that it's Branch. But I think to make me happy with this next pick, it's got to be a trench player or Branch. I will take either.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get Burden when we got him. So
no, dude, Burden to me, I got roasted for taking, and I get it, Superflex, Sun and Premium League. Rob took Loveland before me. I would have taken Loveland in my pick at the end of the first. I got roasted, but like Burden's a dog. He's done some things in the SEC that like only like Malik Neighbors did, pertaining to like broken tackles. First year, he's just a stud. You saw it in the few snaps he got. I won't say few. He did get a decent amount of snaps as the year went on, but you can see it. Like the guy's could be as good as DJ Moore or better. We might have got us one there. Might have really got us a guy.
Yeah, Burden's a stud, man. No doubt about
the way he breaks tackles, dude. The way he can avoid contact and break tackles is just unreal. I mean, he's gonna make a catch and he might get hit, and somehow he's gonna find you 5 to 10 more yards. You don't find that with a lot of receivers, man. A lot of receivers just get to be divas and they go down right away. They don't want to take a hit. Not Luther Burden. That guy is not afraid.
Yeah, if you did an MRI on Luther Burden, you would see a dog.
Yeah, you'd see that dog right there.
He's got the dog in him, man.
Yeah, he's a beast. I don't have enough good things to say about Luther Burden. I literally tried to trade for him in every dynasty league. And unfortunately for me, I'm in a dynasty leagues with a lot of Bears fans. So even offering outlandish trade offers, they wouldn't trade him, which sucks, but that's kind of how the game goes.
I agree. Chargers, 63rd pick.
Go Chargers, go.
Who do they go with here?
It'd be interesting. They're a team, man, that always just looks good on paper, and that just never happens.
Yeah, I liked what they did so far. Messidor, I wouldn't have hated if the Bears got him. Obviously, he's an older prospect, doesn't really fit Ryan Poles' history of what he likes to do with first rounders. He likes to go younger guys. I think all of them are
get that upside.
22 or younger. But we're in a different part of our team building.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been an immediate fit, day one starter for us. I'm just going to say it, though. I'm excited to see what Austin Booker does this year. I mean, all this talk about needing
He just has to stay healthy, right? I wouldn't mind us taking an edge. Like, if you take one later as a guy that plays behind him and maybe they platoon a little bit. But I agree with you. Booker, man, when he's out there, he looks the part. He's definitely an athletic freak. Mainly it's just injury issues, right? I mean, that's really what's been holding him back is staying on the field.
Yeah. Last year, obviously, it's a new coaching staff, so he started from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Basically has to earn his spot all over again, and then dealt with injuries early in the preseason, beginning of the year. I think he showed enough flashes at the end of the year for the coaching staff to believe in him and give him a chance.
Oh, yeah. He definitely has earned a chance. The guy can get to the quarterback. He can make plays. He makes splash plays.
This is a good pick for the Chargers. Sean Merriman, okay.
Dang, Sean Merriman, yeah. That guy used to be a dog.
Stud. Was it North
Jake
Carolina?
Slaughter, there you go. He was a guy I was looking at for us, too. There's actually some decent centers in this draft. So I guess that's the good news about friggin' Dahlman and Balin.
Yeah, they needed a center bad. They needed an offensive line. I mean, obviously they're going to get their tackles back healthy this year.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get what they got. Rashawn Slater. He got hurt again. That guy's been hurt like almost every year, or every other year. He can stay healthy. If their O-line stays healthy, man, Chargers they'll be in the mix again. But it'll always just come back to, can Herbert get it done in the playoffs? That's where they're. Even if everything goes right in the regular season, like, can he get it done in the playoffs? I don't know.
What do they call Herbert? Like Captain What If or
something? Yeah. No, he's like literally the biggest like what if guy.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah. Yeah. Seahawks got the pick in. Where did Tyreek Woolen go?
Ooh. I don't know. For some reason, I want to say the Eagles.
He got traded, or did he get signed as a free agent? I think he got traded.
Let's see where Tariq Woolen went. Oh, did he go to the Jets? Jets. No, let's see. Tariq Woolen. Eagles. Yeah, he did go to the Eagles.
Oh, my God, dude. The rich do get richer. What the hell?
My gut instinct was right, yeah.
Man.
Oh, man.
That's, yeah. Eagle, talk about an off season, man.
It's all good. I don't believe in Jalen Hurts, though, so.
Oh, dude, no. That guy, he's not a top 5 quarterback. If the game's on the line and I got a minute 20 to go from my 20-yard line to score a touchdown, absolutely no chance. I'm putting the ball in his hands.
No disrespect to him. I don't think he's a top 12 quarterback. I think you can win with him, obviously. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's been to the Super Bowl twice, won one. But do I want Jalen Hurts on my team being paid, $40 to $50 million?
Yeah, no. Well, and then a guy like that, dude, like at some point, the athleticism's gone, So, like, his career is he's I don't know if this would be even disrespectful to Cam Newton, but he's like a poor man's Cam Newton.
Yeah. Poor man. Financial aid.
Exactly. Yeah, he's link card. He is link card Cam Newton. At least Cam Newton, had the explosive arm. Jalen Hurts, there's nothing about his throws that are explosive.
Especially, you see some of the reports that came out how obviously Eagles fans and football fans in general hated their offense last year. I know as an A.J. Brown guy, I was absolutely disgusted.
Oh, God, yeah.
And then
Had to be frustrating.
The article comes out and says that Jalen Hurts was a big part of the reason the offense was the way it was. Mm-hmm. So stagnant, a lot of curl routes.
Yeah.
The Hank route concept that they call it. There's nothing worse than when you see 3 wide receivers run curl routes at the same time.
Yeah. God, dude.
Oh,
that sounds like the Bears offense with Nagy. Like, what? It's so crazy how, like, the first season the offense felt fresh and fun and, like, it was exciting. And then by the end of it, it was just like they could not. What a nightmare.
Yeah, Mark Helfrich, Nagy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we were losing connection there, but we are back.
All right. Seattle Seahawks didn't like their first pick. Let's see their second pick. Okay. Safety.
Bud Clark.
I heard some good things about Bud Clark.
Looks like they might have their Kobe Bryant replacement.
I'm going to go out on a whim and say Garrett Nussmeier to the Cardinals right here.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Right? I mean, he has to go there, right?
Son of an NFL offensive coordinator. So, he's got the intellect. I think he dealt with a lot of injuries last year. I saw a report that he had a tumor affecting him last year. He had some back pain, and it turns out that further testing was done, and he had a tumor that was causing the discomfort. So hopefully, I don't think it was anything serious, just needed removed. Ooh, you know who else is on the quarterback big board? You got your boy Luke Altmaier.
Yeah, I was going to say Luke Altmaier. There's a chance he gets drafted tomorrow. If he doesn't get drafted, he will be somebody's rookie free agent. That's for sure.
Riley Leonard is a backup quarterback.
I was going to say, Riley Leonard out here, backup QB for the Colts. Luke Altmaier is going to get drafted. Or at least signed.
Looking at some of these quarterbacks, Theo, where do you think Diego Pavia is? He is the 13th quarterback.
He's the Vanderbilt quarterback?
Yeah.
He's pretty small, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really small.
Yeah. He might be a rookie free agent. I mean, Tommy DeVito played NFL snaps, so there's always a chance.
Look at this.
What?
What?
No, I think we're behind. I think the Cardinals are about to take Carson back.
Yucky. Dude, tell me why I'm looking at the QB.
I'm getting texts while we're talking, so I'm missing parts of it, but I just saw that Carson Beck goes to 65.
So I'm looking at
maybe they're joking. Hopefully they're joking.
I'm looking at the QB prospects, and are you familiar with Taylor Green from Arkansas? I'm sure you saw his combine numbers. Like, freak, dude. Just freak of nature.
What do you have, like some
220-something
AR type combine numbers?
Dude, he had a freak combine. Let's look at this, dude. I don't want to talk out of the side of my.
No, that's fine. We got time until these last couple Bears picks tonight.
All right, 6. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there we go. 6'6", 227, right? So 43.5 vertical jump.
Damn.
11.2 broad, 4.37 40. You want to hear his NFL comp?
It's probably a wide receiver.
Yeah, no, that's what he's going to play. He's going to be a tight end. His NFL comp is Justin Fields.
Jesus. Well, you might want to pick him up as a deep pick in your fantasy leagues because Justin Fields did have some fantasy value. But yikes, if that's your comp, you just better hope the organization that takes you puts you in a better position to succeed than Justin's did.
No, yeah, he's going to be a tight end. It reminds me of that guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head from Virginia Tech. Freak athlete ended up converting.
Or like a Terrell Pryor.
Yeah, Terrell Pryor for sure. Obviously, that's the big one that we all remember.
That's the big one. Wasn't a lifetime ago when we had Zach Miller? Wasn't he a college quarterback?
Logan Thomas, I think was his name. What was that?
When we had Zach Miller, I think he was a quarterback in college.
Yeah, the quarterback to like tight end pipeline. I think it was.
It makes a lot of sense because you don't like typically quarterback. Well, in today's NFL, quarterbacks are a lot more athletic than they used to be. But it does make sense. As like tight end's not exactly always relying on speed. If you're a big enough body and you can get open in the middle of the field, I think it can and catch the ball. I think you can translate from a quarterback to a tight end pretty easily if your size is there. But they understand how the routes are run and they understand the game.
Yeah, it's such a cerebral position. And I mean, obviously, you talk about Travis Kelce. He played quarterback. If you've ever watched his, their podcasts, they do a pretty good job. They're funny. Yeah, he's talked about being a quarterback, and the transition is one of those things where it's such a cerebral position. You got to get to the soft spots, and if you've played quarterback, it helps.
It's the hard position to play, man. We all are armchair quarterbacks, and we'll be like, throw the ball. But like when you're out there and you hike that ball and you got to process everything in milliseconds.
Dude, you can't even see. You can't see those mammoths.
You literally have to look at a spot. You got to know your spots and where you're delivering the ball and hope that the guy and the timing lines up in some scenarios. Jermod McCoy. Maybe we do take McCoy at 69. 69.
I was ready to say nice. Dude, they did go back. That is so
They
gross.
took Carson Beck. Unbelievable.
Over Nussmeier. Carson Beck.
Yikes.
I remember I had money.
Did they get a Bella Danger as part of the draft?
Hey, man.
I'm just kidding. Sorry. Supposed to keep it PG. Sorry. My bad.
Hey. I'm sure she would make a great NFL insider, a Bella Danger.
Yeah. Rossini couldn't hold a candle to her.
I can't believe, dude, I don't want to say hate's a strong word. I very much dislike Carson Beck. I remember, so obviously Miami plays Fridays. If you're a gambling degenerate, you sprinkle a little bit on those ACC Friday games.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Louisville? They were playing Louisville. This bum throws an intercept. He threw like 3 or 4 picks that game already. And I think they were in field goal range or something. Dude, they drew up this play, and it was like an out route, and you just knew he was going to throw an interception, and he did. I was like, I'm sitting there like, why would you call a passing play? He's literally got 4 interceptions as a game, and you think he's not going to throw another one?
Did you lose on the money line, or did you lose on the spread?
I had them. I'm pretty sure I hopped in. Like, oh, they're going to come.
Oh, you took a live money line?
Yeah. It was so great, man.
Broncos pick is in. So they added Jalen Waddle this offseason, which, man, that sucks for my Pat Bryant shares, unless they got plans to get rid of Sutton. But that definitely sucks for Pat Bryant, man. I thought he was making some waves last year a little bit. And now they've just got so many mouths to feed. But maybe Bo Nix feeds them.
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine, the defensive backs worrying about Marvin Mims and Jalen Waddle on the field at the same time? That's a lot.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to be a good team this year. I mean, they're only going to go as far as Bo Nix takes them, but they'll be a fun team.
Yeah. How do you feel about Bo Nix?
Man, 50-50, man. I think I would rather have Bo Nix than CJ Stroud. I would say he's probably top half quarterback. TJ Ward.
Oh, that's who's announcing the pick. TJ Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive tackle, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
There.
There goes one of our D tackles that we might have wanted.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know what the big board looks like for best players available. Like is Branch he's probably projected mid to late third round? Or he's number 2 right now for best available?
He's been in the top 5 best. He's been best available for a while.
That's true. I mean, McCoy's been up there since last night. So
smaller guy. I'm sure you have some concerns with his size. He just talked about he just got arrested for obstructing the sidewalk or whatever the terminology on the charge was.
Well, at least it wasn't a high-speed crash or something like that, as the Georgia players tend to do.
It was a high-speed crash, and Kansas City would have probably scooped them up.
Yeah. Him and Rashee Rice could share stories.
Man, this McCoy drop is crazy. His knee.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, his medicals must be god-awful. I mean, it seems like it could be a Raiders pick right here, though, right?
Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if they went Zachariah Branch. Oh, no, they didn't. Looks like they went.
Thank goodness. I'm kind of holding out hope we get Branch now at this point.
I'm interested to see when another running back goes. I mean, we're in the 3rd round.
Yeah, we haven't seen her. Yeah, we haven't seen an there hasn't been an RB since Price last night.
Oh, so you go
Crawford. And there goes another D lineman.
Whole round without a running back.
Who's Philly going to poach in front? Maybe Philly takes a running back. Might make sense for them. And they got everything else, so might as well just get a running back for funsies. Who is the number 1 running back for best running back available right now? Is it Singleton?
Mike Washington Jr.
Oh, okay, Mike Washington.
Nick Singleton and Emmett Johnson from Nebraska.
Okay.
Your top 3 on the board still.
Okay.
Backs. I mean.
Yeah, I could see them definitely taking a running back right here. They need. I mean, what do they got? Will Shipley behind Saquon. No, pick's already in, man. We're about to be pick 69. Nice.
No, they just traded. Who was the running back that they just traded for the Jaguars? Who was that again?
Oh yeah, they did get Tank Bigsby. They got Tank Bigsby.
That's right.
Maybe they won't take a running back here.
I bet you they go Jennings Dunker.
Yeah, that makes sense for them, man. They do build and develop O linemen.
I agree. I want to say their coach just retired though.
Well, Nick Sirianni should retire because some of the stuff he does over there, terrible. I know he's won a Super Bowl, but
Jeff Stoutland. Yeah, dude, they just lost Jeff Stoutland, who's arguably the best offensive line coach in the business.
Being a former Miles Sanders fantasy owner, I hate Nick Sirianni. God.
Miles Sanders, nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
Guy could have been better. Guy could have been better than he was treated there, that's for sure.
Is he still in the league?
He was last on who was he on the Cowboys last year?
Oh, he was on the Cowboys. That's right.
Yeah, you're not down in Texas anymore, so you don't got this inside scoop on the Cowboys anymore. Yeah, he was on the Cowboys last year. So maybe he's somebody might pick him up as depth, maybe. You see guys like that all the time that somehow manage to stick around long enough to keep getting shots.
Yeah, he's not bad. He has some good games for the Cowboys. I was stupid enough to sprinkle some Miles Sanders anytimes in there on some primetime games. I'm sure you probably had him in some DFS Thursday night showdown lineups.
Yeah, I mean you gotta take your shots on your guys sometimes down there.
Yeah,
if you think a guy's gonna steal one.
Yeah, it's all about.
Oh, they lost Nakobe Dean too. Dang.
Leverage. Yeah, where did Nakobe Dean go? Did he go to the Raiders or?
Maybe. I don't 100% remember. There was a lot of shuffling around this.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay, so they added him. Tyler.
Linderbaum. Oh.
Well,
talking
yeah,
about the Raiders.
Yeah, the center.
Yeah.
So
Linderbaum.
Yeah, Linderbaum. Yeah, Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad, like in hindsight now, I'm kind of glad we didn't spend, what was it? He got like 3 or 4 years and 110 million. I mean, we might have just got a solid center for way cheaper.
Yeah, dude.
Especially with the money we're going to have to spend coming up for Wright, Caleb. Probably just wasn't in the cards.
He told me I got a center from Iowa. 3 months ago, I'd be ecstatic.
Yeah.
Linderbaum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, right? Speaking of, who are the Eagles going to grab here? Man,
I can see them going McCoy here. No, I don't know who this guy is. Fucking 6'9". Excuse me, 6'9". Ooh. Yeah, there's not too many guys walking around with this stature, I would imagine. That is a big boy.
Yeah.
9'3", 46.
Yikes. Yeah, that's a huge individual.
What kind of car do you drive when you're 6'9", 346?
Hey, okay, so little story. So when I was selling cars in Champaign, Kofi Coburn was playing at the U of I.
Yeah.
And he came, I worked at a CDJR store, and he came in there, like looking for a car. And the salesman, I didn't get to be a salesperson. Well, we didn't actually end up selling him a vehicle, but the salesperson that worked with him showed him a Wrangler. He definitely had a hard time fitting into vehicles. So my earbuds just died.
Oh, I bet my phone's about to die. So
yeah, I charged mine. I made sure mine was nice and charged before we got on here.
Yeah, Dick is in. So, but
yeah,
that's funny. You didn't show him a Prius. He's not a Prius guy.
I don't think we had a Prius on the lot, but I think he was. Yeah, I don't think that one would have worked. We could have shown him a Chevy Spark. That would have. He had to move the driver's seat and drive from the back seat in that thing.
All right, man.
All right, what do we got?
Thank God Carson Beck's off the board. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, maybe we take Nussmeier, dude. Who we got?
We took a late round with that 5th rounder we just got. We took a quarterback, man.
Who's doing the pick here?
Yeah, I have no idea. Look like some cool dudes, though.
Yeah, I like that hat.
I think my nephew's got that chain.
It's a pretty sweet chain.
Oh man, okay. I was actually going to talk about this guy being there. This is going to surprise you.
I want to say this. I got it ruined for me. You took a tight end
from Stanford. I did Stanford in the NCAA Dynasty, so I'm familiar, man. This guy's a baller.
Interesting. I did not have that on my radar. Interesting. But, like I said, I've said it several times tonight. We just got to trust what Poles and Ben Johnson are doing.
Yeah, get ready to learn New
York. Maybe we're cutting Cole Kmet. That might be a preemptive thing. Like, this is a preemptive move to that. 6'6", 267. Seems like he's a guy that probably can block and catch. Got good size.
Yeah, dude. He was my go-to player in the.
I mean, dude, he kind of has a similar build to Cole Kmet. Interesting. Yeah, he looks like he's got a little Cole Kmet to his game.
Yeah, I'm sure Eric's Twitter is fire right now, burning the place down.
Oh, dude, they're rioting in the streets. One of my
group chats is they're rioting.
Well,
actually, no. One of the guys in there said, "I'll just trust the brain trust," but he was freaking out. He's like, "I don't like the pick, but I'll just have to trust the brain trust." Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't have us taking a tight end on my board, but you got to trust Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles at this point.
The room is thin.
Yeah, it is. Outside of Cole Kmet and Loveland, yeah, it is thin. So you might as well, if you got a guy that you like that grades well, then, I mean, it's all about taking the best player available.
Yeah, we save money by cutting Cole Kmet eventually. I mean, obviously, we all like Cole Kmet.
Yeah, it's just the numbers. It's the NFL. It always comes down to a numbers game. It always has.
I mean, and you look at the edge rushers and the people there, man. Like, it's not like they just passed up on a really good prospect. You know, if he's the best player available, it's a position that you can use going forward. Obviously, you can run 2-3 tight end sets.
Well, I mean,
formations where they're all through the field at the same time.
Yeah, it's going to do a lot for the run game. Yeah, I'll trust Ben Johnson and Poles on this one. It maybe it doesn't make sense on the outside looking in, but when the year starts and things start happening, maybe it'll make a lot more sense then. And it just gives us flexibility too. I mean, if it's a guy you love and it allows you to cut Cole Kmet and save money to spend elsewhere, then maybe it's not that bad of a pick.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't know too much about him. 6'6".
No, I don't either. I hadn't
jump ball guy.
When I was doing mock drafts, I wasn't looking at tight ends. I was not looking at tight ends for the Bears.
He's got short arms.
Interesting. Well, man, that's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see who's there for us at the end of the third round, man. So we've taken a safety, a center, and a tight end. Like, at some point we got to take a D lineman, right? Sure. Do they just believe in what we got? Do we believe in Booker and Sweat and Dexter and Grady Jarrett? Like, we're gonna just run that back? Maybe that isn't that bad with improved players behind them. Maybe they're better. Maybe they get elevated by having better players behind them. Because last year they didn't have the greatest secondary behind them.
Yeah, I agree. Don't hate the pick. Don't love it. I would have liked on defense. We were obviously offense back to back. I would have preferred defenders. I would have.
Yeah, and it looks like there were some guys available. I saw, and he's an Iowa State fan, but in this group chat, he was like, "Oh, I'd be so pumped if the Bears took Dominique Orange. He's a D tackle from Iowa State." I'm like, I mean, it makes sense for us. It's a positional need, but we don't really know their board. We don't know how these guys have been evaluated and what the Bears' evaluation is on them.
Yeah, I agree.
Commanders.
I agree. Well,
do they turn it around this year? Do the Commanders get some redemptions?
I don't know. I don't know if Daniels can stay healthy. We'll have to see. He had that exciting rookie year. He's just got a frail build.
My dynasty team is counting on his health.
Yeah, I bet it is. I'm betting on Kyler Murray taking that job and running with it.
Kyler Murray, yeah. I have Justin Jefferson in a league, and it was tough last year. I almost traded him, but I just couldn't get what I thought was what he was worth. Everybody is, you know how people get in dynasty trades. They tell you your guy's not worth as much as he was because he's having a lower productive year. I'm sure you dealt with this with AJ Brown all year last year. But Kyler Murray, surely he's going to be better than weak JJ McCarthy. God, that guy sucks.
I agree. Well, hey, Jim, I hate to do it, but I don't want my phone to die on you. So
yeah, I think I might keep running the live. I'm going to see if I can get Zach in here. I'll see if I can get him to help carry us to the finish line. But yeah, it was good talking to you, man. We will break down the full draft probably Monday night. Hopefully we'll get live again. we'll get it on the schedule for you guys. But it's good chatting, CP. I'm gonna go see if I can't talk Zach to coming on here and going live with me.
All right, cool. Sounds good, man. Good
luck. Yeah, have a good rest of your night, brother.
Yeah, peace.
See ya. For a while, don't say this. We have not had running back 3 selected yet. No Notre Dame running back, Jeremiah Wilkie already selected the third. No running back is round 2. Mike Washington Jr., my third highest rated running back out of Arkansas. We'll see when they start to come off the board. All right, we're gonna shoot the invite out here. Let's see if I can get some guests in here. Pittsburgh, thank you for being a great host for the 2026 draft. You guys are amazing. Yeah, sorry, DJ. Yeah, we are still going around. I'm trying to get another person to hop in here live with me. Caleb's phone died, so it is just a solo show right now. We'll just talk some. We'll just talk some picks as they come along. Looks like the Commanders are about to make their pick. Got Mark Ripon making the pick for them. Let's see. What do we got? All right, just tell us the pick. I mean, yes, absolutely. Get more opportunities for female athletes. Absolutely, I 1,000% support that. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. This guy, this isn't your political campaign, dude. Just say the pick. Oh my God, dude. They will probably never let Mark Ripon do another pick. That was like the longest preamble to a pick I've ever seen. I mean, shout out to him and getting sanctioned high school girls flag football. That's awesome. But holy cow, drag your feet before the pick more, please. So we got Antonio Williams to the Commanders. We'll see. A lot of their team depends on the health of Daniels. If Daniels isn't healthy, that team, it doesn't really matter what they got. No Daniels, no dice. So we'll see how it works out. I don't know a ton about Antonio Williams as a prospect. It says he's third team All ACC. Maybe he's got some intangibles that the Commanders like. But we'll see. But so far, man, this draft for the Bears, as CP and I were talking about, we're very happy with our first round pick. Thieneman was a great pick, fell right into our laps. Jones in the second round, getting a center, addressing that need that was opened up with the sudden Dahlman retirement. That's kind of what we needed. We needed to address that very much so. And we got an Iowa center, which Iowa just produces linemen left and right. So I feel pretty good about that. They surprised us with the tight end from Stanford. I didn't have us taking a tight end on my radar at all. I don't think he was on any Bears fans' radar for us to take a tight end. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles, they're they're the sharks at the table, and they see something, they got some kind of utility for them. I know Ben likes to use multiple tight ends, so it's probably something that's going to be beneficial to the team. You can run 2-3 tight end sets. And if you have if from the clips, I mean, it looked like he's relatively athletic, can catch the ball. With that being said, maybe in those 3 tight end sets, you can really fool some teams by, are they running or are they going to throw it? You got a couple tight end weapons that can catch the ball and or block. It kind of opens up what you can do with the offense, and you can really throw some teams off. So I'll just trust the guys at the top making these decisions. They haven't really let us down yet so far, so I will give them the benefit of the doubt on the Roush pick. Not who me or anyone else had on their radar, but it could still be a good pick nonetheless. You just kind of got to trust what Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles are doing right now. But I will be very interested to see who we take at 89. You got to imagine it's going to be a defensive lineman, but we just took a tight end. So what do I know? We'll see. That's the fun part. We get to take it all in here. Saints got their pick in right now. We'll see who they're about to take. Okay. Oscar Delp, tight end out of Georgia. Man, I don't know if I'm just out of touch with the NFL, but it seems like there's been a lot of tight ends going in probably the last 40 picks. Maybe this was a good tight end class. I don't know if that's just because it's kind of a relatively weaker class that certain positions shine through a little bit more. But yeah, it seems like there's been several tight ends taken over the last 30 or 40 picks. So this was either a deep tight end class or just kind of a thin class elsewhere. Could be a combination of both. We'll see how that pick works out for the Saints. Looks like they've definitely added a couple offensive weapons for Tyler Shug, and they added a D tackle. Could be some good weapons. Tyson could be a really good weapon for Tyler Shug. So we'll see. We'll see how that pans out for him. I'm still working on trying to get another person live in here. If you're watching this and you want to hop in here, let me know. I'll send you the link. We can get you in here. We'll talk. We can talk anything draft. We can talk anything Bears. We could talk golf if you want to. But yeah, if anyone's out there watching, if you want the invite, just drop a comment, man, and I will add you on here. I'm gonna go back and see if I can't recruit somebody here. I know DJ was trying to get Doug to hop in here. Doug, don't be afraid to jump in the water, man. Don't be afraid. I'm actually gonna text him right now. Let's see. All right. Well, I don't think I'm gonna have any luck getting anybody on here, but I guess, man, I love to talk, so I guess I'll just keep talking until we get to this Bears 89. After the Bears make the pick at 89, I'll just kind of give my thoughts on it, and then that'll be it for the podcast tonight. I just want to say, too, anybody that's tuned in tonight, man, we really appreciate it. This was our first live stream on YouTube for frequency's sake that we partnered with this week. I said at the beginning of the show, a couple really great guys. They got a lot of great things going on over there. DJ, Doug, they're doing some great things, and some of the guys that got on there doing podcasts, they're putting out really good content. Joe the Show, I've known Joe for a very long time. He's been in these sports streets as long as anybody I know for someone his age. But yeah, definitely a lot of good things going on. We got some charity stuff coming up. So the big one, well, there's two big things. We've got the golf tournament. I believe it's the beginning of August. So if you guys are interested in that, you definitely should sign up. Windy City Bropen's putting a team out there. We've got me, CP, and then a couple other guys. Unfortunately, Zach won't be able to play with us this year. He's got a child on the way, which congratulations, Zach. And ideally, though, we would like to get 2 Windy City Bropen teams next year. But you had to be part of Windy City Bropen to come be involved in this. It's a charity event. It's going to a good cause. You get to get out there with your friends. You get to hit the golf balls around. There's vouchers for food and drinks. It's going to be a really good time. I'm very much looking forward to it. It'll probably be the first time I actually get to meet DJ and Doug in person, which will be pretty cool. So very, very excited for that. And then like a little bit later on from that time, this fall, well, more before the football season starts, they run a charity fantasy football league. And DJ was telling me he had over 200 teams in this league. And you're like, how can you have 200 teams? Well, obviously it gets broken down into different divisions and like separate leagues, if you will. This is all for charity. All the money goes to charity. There are prizes at the end, but there is no like cash payout. But it's all for a good cause. At the end of the day, that's one of the biggest things like I love about what these guys are doing over here is they're giving back to the community. And I think that's really important. I'm a Quad Cityan. I live in Peoria right now. I try to support my community here, but my heart's always going to be in the Quad Cities. So to see guys that are talking sports, doing good things for the community, like I'm all on board for that because I love talking sports and I love giving back to the community. So shout out to them, man. It's really cool what they got going on. I'm really happy to be a part of it. But yeah, let us know too if you're interested in joining either the fantasy football league or getting into the golf tournament. Let me or DJ know, and we'll get you signed up and we'll get you prepared to play. This is their first year doing this golf tournament. And it's something that they want to do year after year. So we want to have a good turnout this year so we can justify having it every year. And I think we can do that. I think between all of us, we've got plenty of people that would love to come out and support. So I'm very hopeful that this is going to be a big thing that becomes an annual event. Can't say enough good things about it. So let us know if you guys are interested in either of those things. We'd absolutely love to have you. It's going to be a good time. A lot of great people. Just fun. Just pure fun. And it's for a good cause. At the end of the day, it's for a good cause. So let us know. Looks like the Dolphins have got the pick in. They were on the clock. So we've got about 13, 14 picks until we get to the Bears. Let's see. All right.
Identified as being the son of former NFL receiver David Boston. It was a mistake in my research. It's a terrible one. I apologize to them both. They are not related to each other, and so I apologize to both David and
we're getting a apology on the air here. A guy mislabeled Denzel Boston as somebody else's son. Not sure who's talking. I can't really hear their voice distinctly from where I'm sitting, but I caught it a little bit there. Let's see who the Dolphins are about to pick, man. Talk about a dumpster fire, man. No more Tua. Malik Willis is their starting QB. I don't love it, man. I think Malik Willis is a product of being in a situation that could really benefit him. I took Caleb Douglas, wide receiver from Texas Tech. Makes sense. They just traded away Jalen Waddle. So that makes sense, but that's a team that, man, it's gonna be a while before they're probably relevant again. I think that's a dumpster fire. Quarterbacks, it's really just honestly, it's a dumpster fire situation. They're probably this year like just full on like expecting to not win any more than 3 to 5 games, and they're gonna take a quarterback next year. That's what I would be thinking if I was a fan or if I was running that team. Yeah, you're looking at a real rough season coming up, and you're hoping that you get a top 3 pick so you can take one of the quarterbacks in next year's class. That's pretty much how I feel about the Dolphins right now. they just aren't. They're just in a bad spot, man. When you put all that money in a bad quarterback, you just kind of bury yourself financially. And when you find out that quarterback isn't that guy, it's really detrimental to you. You're stuck in that for a couple years. And I mean, we're Bears fans, right? So we know all about cap hell. We've been there many a times. Ryan Pace left Ryan Poles with an absolute terrible situation, but Poles has gotten us out of it. He has the Bears in a pretty good financial situation going forward, which is great because we got to sign our cornerstone players like Caleb, Wright. I mean, you're going to have to sign these guys. So you're going to need that future money available. And I feel like mostly Poles has us in a contract situation where we don't really have like an albatross in there where we're just like, oh man, how are we ever going to get rid of this contract? You know, so that's a huge plus for the flexibility going forward. Pretty excited about that for the Bears, putting themselves in good position so that it's kind of easier to maneuver as the year goes on. So we'll see how that plays out. Oh, Steelers got their pick in. Oh, got the father-son combo delivering the pick. That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. Okay, Drew Aller. I misheard him. Drew Aller, quarterback. Okay, so CP and I were talking when the Cardinals picked at 65. We thought they'd take Nussmeier, but they've actually taken two quarterbacks since he's still on the board. So we'll see where he ends up going. I'm sure Nussmeier will probably go in the next 30 picks, maybe. But interesting nonetheless. We'll see what the Steelers do. I mean, they definitely needed a quarterback behind probably Aaron Rodgers. I'm guessing Aaron Rodgers is going to come back and play this year. I don't know if the decision's been made on that yet, but that sounds like that's the chatter. So maybe Aller is the guy waiting in the future. I don't really know. We'll see how it pans out. I don't know enough about Aller. I don't think he's very highly regarded. And I guess we're kind of in these draft classes, the way things are set up, right? Everybody knows 2027 is like the class. I mean, it's not even just because of the quarterbacks. There are other really, really talented players coming out in that class. I mean, it's going to be loaded. So I don't know, I don't know that the quarterbacks this year are necessarily worth drafting this high. But maybe it's just a value thing. Like maybe Aller was higher on their board than somebody else. I'm not 100% sure. But if you're like really looking at a quarterback, like I don't know if this is the year to even take one. Like if you know that you're going to need a quarterback in a year, like I don't know if this is the class to do it outside of Mendoza. So, and I'm not even high on Mendoza. Like I don't know how good Mendoza is going to be. Maybe he'll be like Alex Smith. I think there's a possibility for him to have that kind of level of success, but I don't know where the ceiling is for him. So we'll see how it pans out. Looks like the Packers have got their pick in. So we're 12 picks away from the Bears. Be interested to see who the Packers take here. Okay, so that pick that was used on Aller was from the trade last year of Pickens. It was actually supposed to be the Cowboys pick. So basically turned George Pickens into Drew Aller. I don't know about that one, Bob, but we'll see how it works out, I guess. All right. Who are our nemesis? Who are they going to take? Who's our nemesis going to take? I'm really interested. Like, so McCoy has slipped. Like, his medicals must be god awful on his knee because he's a first round talent and he's looking like he's going to go in the fourth round at this point. Oh, cool. Okay. Chris McClellan, D tackle. Yeah, that's that might be a solid pick for the Packers. I mean, a lot of what hurt them last year was obviously Micah Parsons getting hurt. You know, maybe they beat the Bears if Parsons is healthy. I don't know. But that's kind of the risk you take when you trade for a player like that. Obviously, you should trade for a player like Micah Parsons, but him getting hurt was unfortunate for the Packers, lucky for the Bears. When you use 2 first-round picks and a guy tears his ACL, like it's bad luck. I mean, but Bears fans, we know all about bad luck, so it's not. The tables are turning a little bit. I don't hope injury on anybody though. Like I want the Packers at full strength, just so I don't have to hear like, "Oh, we didn't have Micah Parsons." I don't want none of that excuses stuff going on. I would much rather us beat the Packers at full strength, and then I can just tell you, yeah, we beat you at full strength. We're better than you. Take the excuse work out of it. Oh, Colts already got their pick in. I'm hoping these picks go a little bit quicker as we get a little later into the draft. My phone too is actually no, I'm about 50%. So I think we'll just keep riding with it. But we'll see. Actually, I'm gonna text my buddy. I tried to get him to join in here, and he's like, what did you think about the last pick? Why aren't you listening to the podcast? That's the real question. That's the real hard hitting question that we need to be asking these guys. Okay, sometimes, guys, you just got to put the ball in their court. You got to ask them, "I want your opinion. Why don't you listen to the show?" This is why we do it, so I can talk about these things. But we'll see who the Colts take here. We're nearing the Bears picks. We're almost within 10 picks. I think they got to take a D lineman, right? There's just no way that we don't take a D lineman here. Maybe they take Zachariah Branch though. Like we were saying earlier, like he'd be a perfect gadget guy. Guy's got wheels. Ben Johnson could do some creative things with him. If you don't like the D linemen that are there, maybe that's just who you get. Oh yeah, Mattia knows what's up. Mattia knows what's up. Let him know. INI, Jordan. INI. Let's see. Wow. McDonald's has an under $3 menu. Interesting. I grew up in a time when there was a dollar menu. I know, it's crazy. I'm sure a lot of people that are my age listening, yeah, like it's not like what we used to grow up with. No more dollar menu, no more $5 footlongs at Subway. I'm sure there's several other deals I'm missing, but yeah, the value meals ain't really bringing the value anymore. That's for sure. Man, actually, 2 of my guys are still sitting there. I'm really hoping we take Tiernan or Branch. Jordan, as far as that tight end pick, man, I just got to leave it up to the brain trust. It was a shock to me, like it was every other Bears fan. I just got to trust Ben Johnson. They run a lot of 2 and 3 tight end sets. The guy looked at least relatively athletic, like he can catch the ball. I don't know about his blocking prowess because when they show these highlights, they don't really show guys blocking for whatever reason. But it could be a good pick, man. We just have to trust the brain trust at this point. We got to trust that Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson know what they're doing. the tight end room is thin behind Cole Kmet and Loveland. So, and it gives them flexibility to maybe cut Kmet. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that because Kmet, he's a Chicago guy, all that. But might give him flexibility to cut him. But I don't know. It looks like it could be a good pick. We just have to trust these guys at this point. This isn't the Bears we're accustomed to with Ryan Pace and poor GM decisions. Like, we actually have some smart football people in the front office, so like I'm pretty pumped about that. I think that's going to be good for us going forward. So I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully they can develop him into a solid tight end too. Because I don't think Loveland's getting displaced. I mean, Loveland's a monster. I mean, he's going to be a top 5 tight end in the league. So maybe they just really liked Roush, and he's going to be a solid backup tight end. Well, you might even get to play a little more just because of the sets that Ben Johnson runs. Yeah, man, it's weird. I know. It's a weird feeling because we're just so used to getting screwed over by terrible Bears picks that don't make sense. And last year's draft class was amazing. I mean, admittedly, the first few weeks, I was pissed because I'm like, why are we taking these guys in the second round and not playing them? And by the end of the year, I was like, okay, I take back what I said. I was completely wrong. Colson Loveland's a monster. I was one of those guys that was like, we took Loveland over Warren? That's stupid. Well, no, Jim, you were stupid for that take because Loveland is the best tight end from last year's class. So you just got to trust it, man. It's hard, I know, because we're just so used to being hurt every freaking time. But it's just something. There's just something different in the building right now. So we'll trust them. We'll give these guys a chance. Oh yeah, there's a key departure for the Falcons. Raheem Morris. That is, he's not a great head coach. Falcons. Who are we taking here? A buddy of mine told me Bijan changed the fortunes for the Falcons, but I just read that they've missed the playoffs 8 consecutive years. So I don't know that he's actually changed the fortunes of the franchise. Just to give context, a friend of mine and I were talking about Jeremiah Love going 3 to the Cardinals, and he's like brought up Gibbs and Bijan as like examples of running backs turning it around for franchises. And I told him, I was like, what has Bijan done for the Falcons? Like, I didn't think they'd made the playoffs. And now, like, yeah, you're talking 8 consecutive seasons with the playoffs. There goes my guy, Zachariah Branch at 79. I think that's a good pick for the Falcons. Guy's got wheels. I mean, he's fast AF. Good pick for them. But we were talking about Love, and then like Gibbs was another comp. And I told him, I'm like, the Lions traded up for Gibbs, for one. And two, the Lions were on the cusp already. Like, this wasn't like the Lions were in a perpetual dumpster fire and then they reached on a running back. Like, the Lions had already built their foundation, and then you get a stud like Gibbs to fall to you at, I think they took him 12th that year. You get a stud like that to fall to you. That's just a piece going on to what you've already built. The Cardinals are a dumpster fire, and the Falcons are a dumpster fire too. I mean, they drafted Michael Penix at 8. What a terrible pick. And then they brought in bringing Tua. You got 2 lefties that can't throw the fucking ball, and both are injury prone. Like, it's a dumpster fire over there. Bijan ain't saving that. I'm sorry. Bijan is not saving that disaster. It's just not happening. Oh, we got the Ravens picks already in, so things are flying a little bit here. But yeah, what does everyone else think about the Jeremiah Love pick at 3? Is it a good pick? I mean, I think the talent is justified. Yeah, he's a stud. I mean, I don't have a problem per se with him going 3rd overall. Like, he really might have been just the most talented player in the draft. But from a business and like football value perspective, when your team is perpetually in the dumpster fire, like the Cardinals are pretty much bad most of the time. They're not. Well, they had the playoff year, like Kyler's rookie season or second year, and then they've just been bad since then. it's a dumpster fire. A running back at 3 is not changing your franchise's fortunes. It's going to take multiple picks and signings and trades to fix what's been done. I just don't love drafting a running back that high. He's going to be one of the highest paid running backs in the NFL. Running back is, I think you take a running back if like your situation was your starting quarterback got hurt last year and your team sucks and you happen to draft that high. Okay, you take a running back. I 1,000% agree with that. Do you take Ty Simpson at 3? Probably not. But I mean, I don't know, man. When you got so many holes to fill on your roster, like trade that 3 pick back and get some assets and then go draft some more players and just try to rebuild it. Yeah, no, I agree, Jordan. I love the talent. Like Love is a stud, man. I think my thing is just like I think the thing just for me is just that it just doesn't make sense for their franchise with so many holes. Like I don't think like any team, like if the Bears say the Bears were in the Cardinals position, we didn't have Caleb, like quarterback room is, I mean, Brissett isn't gonna, he doesn't move the needle. He's a solid NFL quarterback, but he's not great or anything. Like they're not a playoff team. They're in a tough division. Like I don't know. Maybe Love sells some jerseys, sparks some fires, gets fans in the seats. I don't know. Great talent. Like I said, it's just a business value thing for me. It's not the player. I mean, the player's a stud. He's going to be a monster. Like he's going to go 101 in every dynasty rookie draft this year. I don't know how high he'll go in like redraft or like if you're doing a startup. Like I don't know how high he'll go in those. Some people get crazy in those things, but yeah, he's definitely Dynasty 101. You're not mad if you're taking him, and maybe he can outperform that terrible O line. I don't know. We saw with Gene T last year, and Love is he's a better running back than Gene T. But we saw with Gene T last year, terrible O line, and not much success. Like it was tough sledding for him last year. He salvaged his year, I guess, a little bit, but I don't know. It just doesn't make sense when you're in a dumpster fire to take a running back in today's day and age in the top 3 picks. But maybe it works out for him. Let's see. We got the Jags. All right. Albert Regis, DT from Texas A&M. Interesting. Yeah, man. I don't know if the Bears are gonna get a D lineman at this rate, man. It seems like they're all going. Yeah, we got the Cubs playing the Dodgers tonight. That game probably just started, Jordan. Be nice to get 10 in a row, man. They're really on fire right now, and they got a lot of banged up arms in the bullpen. But Imanaga's been nails this year. At the end of last year, it kind of just felt like, man, like get this guy out of here. He's not the guy that we saw at the beginning of his Cubs career, but man, he's really turned it on this year. So that's good. He's come back with a little fire under his ass. He's pitching like the guy we saw at the beginning of his Cubs career. So that's good, especially with Horton going down for the year. Steele's still working his way back. Cubs kind of got punched in the mouth with some injuries this year, so it's good to see that they got it rolling a little bit. We got to just hope they can keep building that momentum. Be nice to get 10 in a row. Hopefully we can win a series in LA. That would go a long way for early season. Jordan, how do you feel about the hashtag retention for our Illini, man? Gotta be pretty excited, right? We got some big things to look forward to for Illini basketball. Hey, Jordan, if you're not doing anything, this is an open invite, man. I can shoot you a link. We can get you on here live if you want to just chop it up until this Bears pick. I am not. I'm not against getting people on here to chat. I love hearing people's opinions. I love talking to people. You and I, we've shared some conversations at some weddings. Maybe a little too much booze, but we can definitely get on here and chop it up, man. If you want to hop in before this Bears pick and talk to them, man, feel free. It's an open invite to anybody that wants to hop on here and chat Bears or Chicago sports in general. Let's see, the Vikings pick is in. Let's see what they do right here. Their fan base was pissed about the Caleb Banks selection. I kind of gotta agree with them a little bit, man. Just I think the talent is there, but man, dude, the foot injuries on a guy that heavy it's just I don't love it. I don't love it. Foot injuries are pretty hard to get rid of. Yeah, you're right about the portal, Jordan. I thought maybe we might lose Stojakovic because he seemed to play at a new school every year. Brad and the gang must have made him feel at home. Having some of your fellow countrymen. I know he was born in the U.S. or I'm not exactly sure. He was born somewhere like I think he was born in like California, but obviously his dad's Peja Stojakovic, so he's from Europe. So there's just a lot of familiarity there, man. And I think when you get that level of comfort, I think they just feel like they're brothers and family, which is nice, man. Like I want that for our program. Like I want guys to feel comfortable at Illinois. I want guys to want to come to Illinois. And the way they're talking about Illinois now is like Illinois is developing NBA players, man. And you look at it and they got guys in the league right now. Not just guys that are in the league. They're in the league contributing. Io's a beast, and fuck the Bulls for trading him. What the hell were you doing? What were you thinking? AK, thank God you're out of here. Reinsdorf should go next. Sell the team, dude. Sell the team. But then you got Terrence Shannon Jr. is in the league. Again, he's probably not contributing as much as others, but like Will Riley was a bucket this year, man. Kasparis, I mean, yeah, they got guys. Illinois is putting out guys into the league. So it's been really fun as an Illini fan the last probably 6 years. It's been a treat, man. We're finally getting some quality basketball year in and year out. Hey, man, yeah, that top 10 almost every year. Yeah, I mean, if Brad keeps bringing in everybody like this, man, I don't see why not. I think we should be top 5 coming into the year. I think they had Florida at number 1. I know we didn't get Blackwell, but we already got so many mouths to feed on this team that it's like, I don't know. Why would you don't need to bring in Blackwell necessarily. Like we brought in the kid from Providence. We got Coleman, the freshman, coming in. I mean, returning five key players, like it's probably an 8-man rotation like it was last year. I mean, early season, they'll play more guys, but when it comes down to the tournament time, like it's going to be an 8-ish man rotation, and you kind of already know who's going to be getting those minutes. So probably just didn't make sense to bring Blackwell. And I think Blackwell was probably the insurance policy if Andre left. And then once Andre stayed, then it's kind of like, all right, well, we don't really need Blackwell. We already covered our bases by getting Vox from Providence. So I think they're doing the right things and bringing those guys back. And what they added with the transfer portal and their freshmen coming in, we're locked in, man. We're going to come in as a top 10 team, and the goal is obviously to win a championship. I think we've got to win the Big Ten first, and then push and get a 1 or a 2 seed, and then make it happen in March. They're battle tested. We got the experience. They're going to be everybody's favorite pick out of the Big Ten, I'd have to imagine, with everybody coming back. Looks like the Panthers just took Chris Brazel from Tennessee, wide receiver. Interesting. So that means probably Xavier Leggett is probably toast. RIP to all the fantasy owners of Leggett. So we'll see. We'll see how that pans out for him. And it looks like he was tied for first in touchdowns last year in the SEC. I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about Brazel. Looking at his numbers, they look pretty solid. Third round receiver might work out for him. Bucking, man. So it looks like the picks are starting to come in a little bit better. Yeah, take it easy, Jordan. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Have a good night, man. Go Cubs and go Lakers. Get up 3-0 on them. Let's see. All right. Yeah, we're gonna just run this up until we get to the pick 89 for the Bears. I'll just talk real quick about who they take, and then that's gonna be it for us tonight. But it's been a pretty solid night, man. I'm happy with where we're at so far. We addressed safety. We addressed the center position. Those are two of our biggest needs. I think we got good guys to fill those positions. We'll call the Roush pick I'm just going to call it a best player available. Maybe he was just that high on their board, man. That's something I'll be interested to hear, like, when they do the post-draft talk with polls and everything. I'll be interested to hear what they got to say about him. Because there's clearly something that me and every other Bears fan didn't know, didn't see. Guy who plays out at Stanford, that's late night football. A lot of us out here aren't watching Stanford. Sorry, that's just being honest. So not too knowledgeable about him, but like I said before, you just gotta trust what Poles and Ben Johnson are doing. They haven't done anything to not earn that. So we just got to keep trusting what they're doing. They're building this thing the right way, I think. And I feel good about the Bears' future. Obviously, having a guy like Caleb Williams makes you feel that much better about your future. But you look at these picks that we've had over the last 2 to 3 years, Poles is doing something. It's coming together slowly, but it's getting there. And I'll just be honest. I was telling Caleb CP that I think the Bears. I don't think this is a year that you're like Bears are a Super Bowl contender. I'm not calling the Bears a Super Bowl contender. We had a great season last year, but you got to be realistic. The defense on paper terrible. Managed to have an unreasonable amount of turnovers despite the talent. And then you had magical run of comeback wins and all that. So you got to understand that, for one, the turnovers aren't going to happen again like that. The ball may not roll your way in those one-score games the way they did too. There's just luck involved in that too. That being said, just because I don't think the Bears are Super Bowl contenders, I still have the Bears as being like a top 8 to 12 team in the NFL. Like, I think that's our ceiling right now. If these picks hit, if Jones plugs in right away and Thieneman's a beast like he can be, I'm interested to see what DA does with him and Kobe Bryant. Like, that could be a monster duo. So maybe that does facilitate things for the Bears. But as of right now, in April, like, to me, the Bears' ceiling is a top 8, top 12 team in the NFL. I think realistically, they're one off season away from calling themselves Super Bowl contenders. So next year, off-season free agency and draft. After that, after they address what they need to address there, it's time to talk Super Bowl. I mean, that in my mind, that's how I'm processing the Bears. Now, if they flop this year, then it kind of just goes up in the air. But if they have another good season where they win 10 games and make the playoffs, yeah, next year, like, that's the next logical step. Like, what offseason moves are we going to do to not only just sustain this, but take us to the next level of being a Super Bowl contender? That's kind of, we got to let it all play out. But another successful season for the Bears to me is 10 plus wins and a playoff appearance and maybe a playoff win. You can do that. If you can do that, then we start talking next year, 2027. Then we start talking, okay, Bears are a Super Bowl contender. This is our year. So we got a lot of time for that. But franchise seems to be headed in the right direction. I've been very pleased with what we've done. But let's not put the cart before the horse. Last season was a decent amount of luck. I mean, Caleb definitely took some steps forward. We saw some great things. Love what Ben Johnson did. But understand that there was this considerable amount of luck involved. There was great play too. Don't make me sound like I'm saying everything that happened for the Bears was luck. They made great plays. Caleb was nails when he needed to be. Iceman, but just understand that amount of turnovers the defense forced is not exactly repeatable, and the amount of one score wins, it's hard to do in the NFL. Ideally, you would hope that this year the Bears we see some more 10 plus point wins, or less sweaty wins. Take care of the teams like last year. They beat the Raiders on a blocked field goal. Now it's early in the season, so they're building camaraderie, they're building chemistry, blah blah blah. Like a team like that, the Bears need to beat by double digits. You cannot play teams like that and almost lose to them. I mean, really, they really almost lost that game. The Bengals, you can't have one score games against those teams. Yes, it happens. It's the NFL. Any given Sunday, I understand. But I would love to see them come out and handle teams like that better this year. And I think they will. I think that chemistry that you built last year and what they have with the coach quarterback combo, I think they will take that step. But we definitely want to see less one score games, less one score wins. So hopefully they can make that happen this year. I'm confident in what we got going on. But just approach the season with some caution, right? Like the defense is far from a finished product. We're gonna have to get a lot of these new guys that we're drafting, and that we signed. We're gonna have to get them up to speed. And hopefully DA is the guy for the job. I'm gonna give him. I'd probably give him till next year, because he came in and I don't think he got to put his hands too much on the defense last year, but now this year, some of the guys we've signed and then Thieneman, like those guys are more tailored towards this scheme. So I'm pretty excited about that. And this is his chance. Like if those guys come out and they're players, then DA is not gonna have to think about a hot seat. But if it's kind of a flop and the defense doesn't look good again, then we got to start talking about if year 3 it doesn't happen, then DA is gone. But no need to get too far ahead of ourselves. I'm just thinking a little bit ahead, of what needs to happen for things to go the way we want them to. Okay, Browns pick is in. We're a couple picks away from the Bears. What do we got here?
Before we finish, there are rival Cleveland Browns have also had quite a few selections, and here comes their next.
6,000 snaps by rookies last year for the Browns. That is insane. Okay. Austin Barber, tackle from Florida. Surprised they didn't do something wild, because it seems like they do that every year. Let's see. So we got Miami on the clock. It looks like it's going to be Miami, Jacksonville, and then us. I'm not 100% on best available right now, but I do think I won't be surprised, man. My guy Tiernan is still there. Maybe he's a 4th-round pick, though. I might be a little bit off with him, but we'll see. There's some guys there. I would have to imagine the Bears are going to draft an O lineman or a D lineman here. I pretty much know that Branch is going to be surprised if it's anything else. But we will see. Dolphins pick is in, so we'll see who they're going to grab right here. Let's see. That guy's got a Mayfield jersey, and after the May, he had taped on a paper, "Be next year." Sounds like the Cubs of the NFL. Well, actually, the Cubs have won a championship in the last 10 years, so maybe not quite anymore. Will Kazmarek, tight end. Another tight end. My goodness. I mean, is this the tight end draft? Like, is that maybe I missed that in my pre-draft readings. It seems like a lot of tight ends have went. I'll be interested to see when I get off of here, when I actually look up how many tight ends went in this stretch from the 2nd to the end of the 3rd round. I feel like it's got to be like 6 or 7 tight ends at this point. I mean, you could look at how many have been taken in the whole draft, and you're pushing double digits, I'm pretty sure. But it just might be that perfect storm of events where draft class is kind of weak, and maybe there's just a good amount of tight ends that are capable of playing in the NFL this year. I can't explain it. I mean, hell, like all you guys, I was very shocked when the Bears took Roush. None of us had that on our radar. Not a single one. And if you did, you're lying. Or you know Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles, and you did your Rossini. Okay, enough Rossini jokes. But, yeah. Jaguars picks are already in. So we're almost to the Bears here. See who the Jags take. Yeah, I'd have to imagine the Bears' next pick is going to be an O lineman or a D lineman. Yeah, so the commercial I just saw in there was about like DirecTV for like an MLB package. I'll tell you, the MLB, they're so out of touch. The blackouts for the MLB, you're not growing your product with all these stupid TV deals when people that are trying to watch their team that maybe live in another area. I've seen people complaining about it quite a bit on Twitter, where they try to watch their favorite team and they can't because it's blacked out because of stupid network deals. It's stupid. You're not helping your product, especially when people are going to spend that extra money to get access to a certain team, and then you black them out. Like, just bad business. MLB is clueless. Rob Manfred's a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, but some of his suggestions around baseball, stupid, absolutely stupid. You wonder how the hell some of these guys get their jobs. I don't know. I'm out on Adam Silver and Rob Manfred. Like, I don't care for either one of those guys. I don't think they're good commissioners. MLB is a sport. I love baseball. Baseball is what I grew up and played my whole life. Love it. It's a big part of my life. I don't generally like the way it's headed, especially like as a Cubs fan. They spent money this offseason, but the last couple of years, you had to pay a subscription for Marquee. You have to pay an outside subscription aside from your streaming services, which is, to me, if you're not going to go spend the money to sign a big free agent, like I'm talking like a $300 million plus guy, but you want me to spend $20 a month, but you won't spend the money, I got a problem with that, especially when the Cubs have some of the most expensive ticket prices, most expensive drink prices. They make money hand over fist at Wrigley. And for Ricketts to cry poor, that pissed me off. I refuse to buy Marquee. I tuned in for the playoffs, because it was on Fox and whatever, channels I get. But finally, Marquee, I get it on Hulu Live now, which is I'll watch them now because I'm already paying for it. But these teams charging $25 a month for you to watch their team. The one that's absolutely insane to me is the White Sox, Bulls, Blackhawks channel. Who the fuck wants to watch those shitty teams? Respectfully, I root for the Bulls. I root for the Blackhawks. I would love a Chicago World Series with the Cubs and the White Sox, but Reinsdorf owns two of those teams, so that's not happening for either of them. That guy's cheap. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Yeah, and these guys want to charge $20 to $25 to watch these dog shit teams, like just out of touch. Like if you're paying for those, man, I'm sorry for you. Like, who the hell wants to watch those dog shit teams, man? I'm hopeful that the Bulls will do something right, but man, it's hard to be hopeful when Jerry Reinsdorf runs the team. He got lucky with Michael Jordan. The end of the day, got lucky. He should thank whoever that he was able to get the best player to ever play the game, win 6 championships. They've been not good since. And there's one common denominator. It's you, Jerry. You suck. Michael, I don't know about you yet, but you probably suck too. I'll give you a chance, but I don't know. We'll see. Looks like the Bears pick is in, though. Sorry, I get off on the Reinsdorf. I could talk and bitch about Reinsdorf all day. All right, pick 89. The pick is in. Who are our Bears going to be taking?
Dillon Thieneman last night. They've taken Morgan Jones and Sam Roush so far here.
Let's see. Jimbo Colbert. See.
Okay, Chicago. With the 89th pick, 2026 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Dillon Thomas, wide receiver, LSU.
Interesting. I mean, like I said, I wanted him to take Zachariah Branch, so 5'10", 190. I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about Xavier Thomas. I'll have to do my research for sure. Love that he's an LSU wide receiver. I love that. LSU is wide receiver U. So that's a plus. Like I said, I'll have to do my research on him. And like I said with the Roush pick, man, we just have to trust the brain trust, man. Bears needed a receiver too. I mean, we're thin there, man. It's Rome and Luther, Khalif Raymond, and Ja'Day Walker. Like you want to take a couple more bites at that wide receiver apple, just because it's a long season, man. Injuries happen. You're gonna want some depth there. So it makes sense for us to take him. It looks like the draft room loves him. So that always feels good when you see them celebrating. So we'll see how it pans out. It's kind of interesting, we talked how much the Bears needed to address the defense this draft, and 3 of the 4 players are offensive players. So I don't know. CP is commenting. It looks like our guy Branch was gone, so I don't know. I don't have a board. I'm on my phone, so I can't really, without turning the video off and accessing that, I can't really do that. So I don't know who is all available, CP, but I guess we'll have to trust wide receiver U and LSU. I'm definitely, I'll color me surprised that 3 of our 4 picks so far are offensive players. It may seem redundant, but like I said, man, the Bears, just because they made it to the divisional round last year, won the division, like this team has its flaws and it has holes and it has places it can get better. So hopefully, there's a rhyme to the reason for picks like Roush and Xavier Thomas. I'm sure there is. Like I said, we just got to trust Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles. These guys are the card counters in the casino. They know the game. We just have to trust them. It's no different. Like for all my Cubs fans out there, when Theo came in, we were so used to just dog shit, and some of the moves in issue, you're just like scratching your head, like, why are we doing that? And then you see at the end when we won a World Series in 2016, and they had a little sustained success. You just got to trust these guys that have done it before and they know what they're doing. Poles and Ben Johnson came from winning cultures, so just trust it. I know it may seem like a head scratcher. Why the hell haven't we taken a D tackle or an edge? They probably have a plan in place. I promise you that. That's going to do it here for me tonight, guys. Appreciate everybody that tuned in with us on a Friday night. I know you guys all probably have fun stuff you're out doing. We got to talk a lot of Bears tonight. We got to talk a lot of NFL. A little bit of other things sprinkled in. Shout out to everybody that chimed in, everybody that talked to me. Shout out to For Frequency's Sake for partnering with us. Super excited about that partnership. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to many more videos with you guys. But that's going to be it for me tonight. Everyone have a good rest of your weekend. I will be back. I think Caleb, CP, and I will be back Monday night. I think we're going to go ahead and get something on the schedule for Monday night. We will go through the Bears whole draft because we still got a whole day tomorrow. So y'all have a good night and thank you for tuning in.